Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Albarian, where we play TTRPGs and have a hoot. Today, we're going into Nathriel again. We're back. Hi! Sunday campaigns are a thing again. Yay!
Yay!
Woo! I'm joined, of course, by our wonderful crew and table here. Go over and around. Say hi, everyone. Introduce yourselves. New campaign, so we all know who you are, but say hi again anyway. Starting with Ben.
Oh man, I've never started. I am Ben. You might have seen me as Jardis in the previous campaign, or on Here Be Shenanigans.
Gardas.
Gartis now,
Gartis
yes.
now.
We changed from GIF to GIF, our proper pronunciation. So, yeah, now I'm Zara, the ranger. So,
Wunderbar, and we'll meet them later on full time. Let's go down to Stitch. Hi.
Hi, I'm Stitch. Formerly God in this campaign, God in that campaign, God in the last campaign. Anyway, no.
Stitch is
Formerly
another-
Findstorm.
Just little ego stroke at the beginning of the episode.
Yeah. Who knows what? And we'll see what kind of god I become in this campaign. Anyway, no,
Nope.
sorry. Nope. Yeah,
Godhood,
I'll be the
off the
first one
table.
that died. I'll be, god of first death. Anyway. Hi.
God of
Bye.
first PC death. Down to Tangerine. Yeah, it's you.
I'm Tangerine. This time I am a gene warrior named Teffy. And if you don't know what a gene warrior is, cool, because I didn't either, because they don't exist anywhere else. Murray created them.
Nope. You'll find out.
What?
Don't give away everything, yeah? You'll find out soon.
It's a homebrew thing.
Yes, it is, and they'll find out when the game actually starts.
Oh, okay, my bad.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Already
We'll explain it later. People will be asking questions. NPCs will be, at least. Over to the Ethan.
Hi, guys. You know me from the previous campaign and Hate, Laugh, Love, which I promise is coming back eventually. It'll be completely different this time around, though. Other than that, I'm excited to get this started and excited to hear what Peter has to say and give me and to find out what his character is, because I've only heard about his character. So,
yeah, I'm Peter, formerly Brolog. This time around, I will be playing a bard of the College of Peace named Snozboop. It says Snoz, that's not his full name, but
Full name is too long.
Snozboop. So you will hear Snozboop a lot.
It's going to be great. And
Yes.
I am Murray. I've got myself here as the law keeper because that's what I do. I keep the law. Why not? And I'll be running this whole wonderful story thing with the help of these wonderful lot and their PC characters. Only real announcement we've got is going to be on Tuesday. Come and join me at 8 p.m. MT for some more Hades, because that's break time. Yay. For me, even though I did take the last 2 days off. For the first time in a month. Anyway, that's about it. Actually, no. We've got one more thing. Two more things, actually. Seeing as we've got the Geekier Knights in here, let's just go ahead and mention this. You can still go and back that wonderful Kickstarter for that book to go. It's ready, fully funded, but you can and you should. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be great. That's a homebrewed world of the GM over there. They use the Fate system. I'm very excited for that book to happen. The other thing, I don't have a link for this one because I just found out about it today. Peter! You've got a fun music thing to say.
you better have
Yeah.
a link already copied, ready to paste.
I mean, I can find it for you. Can I
Link,
even
link,
put links
link.
in there?
Yeah, if you just post it as.
You actually might not be able to. Send it
Oh,
over to me and
actually, he
I'll
might
send
not be
it.
able to.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so
He'll post it when he can.
yeah, so but my newest album is dropping on the digital platforms on May 26th.
oh
and-
boy, Memorial Day weekend.
Yeah, so it's a Friday, and the link that we'll be putting in the places here shortly. You can hear the first song of the album on Amazon Music, I think maybe on iTunes as well. So, yeah, very
While
exciting.
I'm going camping that weekend, I'm definitely listening to that album.
Hot. Yeah, I've been working on it. Well, so I wrote all the songs, but then I've been recording it for more than a year and a half now. So it's been a long process. So, and I think it's paid off. I think it's my favorite work thus far.
Do you
Let's
have an
take it
album name to
platinum,
give
people.
us?
What'd you say?
Oh yeah.
Do you have an
Make it
album
platinum.
name to give us?
Let's go platinum.
It's called The Coin.
The Coin.
Yeah.
Well, we're really excited about that. Stay tuned. We bounced around a few ideas of maybe doing a few giveaways with it when it comes out. So stay tuned for details on that. That's it for me. Has anyone's got anything else exciting in their life? Or should we let's just start this, shall we?
Let's do it.
Yeah.
I didn't set up an intro screen.
Oh no.
Hang
We'll
on.
switch to an intro.
It is open, my friends. Battles have yet to begin. Laughter will be heard in gales and floods, but if not, at least there will be blood. The sorrow and loss may abound. We'll do our best to hold this hallowed ground. Yeah.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back. I didn't write an intro for this, so I am winging it. That's right, that's how prepared I am.
Yay!
Welcome back to Nathriel, a wonderful place that we have learnt and discovered at this point is cut off from other planes through means that they are not sure about, but that was the previous campaign. We're letting all those wonderful people do the work and try to figure it out on their own time. Where we are going now is to a place called Ira Dei, far north, past the archipelago of the gods of Andrea, where we were last time round. This place is about the size of the continental US. It's got several different nations that are all in their own form of conflict of some kind. Depending on what kind of mood or feel you want, there's a place for it. The Trillic Union being much more peaceful and down to earth with many of their details, mainly because they have gone through a lot of tragedy lately. The Versuth Republic, highly religious people who follow the now reborn deities. At war with the Savoth Dominion, people who are holding on to the old days, when Eshnar was still in power. A little farther down we have the Grantina Deserts, occupied by the Grantina Senate. A place that everyone knows is truly controlled by the corporations that rule in the entire marketplace of the country, that's the word I'm looking for. But is, masquerading as a Senate. All the way up to the northeast, we have the wonderful states of Optula, a newly formed nation, having been part of the Trillic Union but split in half by the Nork Empire when they invaded. Moving down a little bit to the south, the Globshak marshes, marshland and jungle forested areas that are far too dangerous to be exploring by yourself if you're not a competent explorer. Those places, though, are all the wonderful locations that we'll get to explore later on. Where we're going to now, though, is the Kingdom of Balashtar. About 5 years ago, the old king died, with a new king coming into place, just before the crisis of Palius happened. A city that was rather large, nearly close to the same size of Drimmond, its capital, was ripped and sundered in place, with one of the peaks that was in between being torn from the ground and put in the air, making an island. Something we've seen before in the previous campaign. We are going to be hopping into Palius, which is a wonderful little tiny town now. It's not a city anymore because most of the infrastructure has been ripped and removed. When thinking of Balashtar, you should be thinking of the location where everyone is accepted. It's the least conflict, the least amount of disagreements in amongst themselves and with other nations. They are, for the most part, at peace. With the Nork Empire invading on the north, of course, there's only so much you can be with peace, that is. Palius, though, is far from that line. They don't have to worry about Nork coming in and destroying what's left of their small town. The infrastructure of it, think a little bit more of an old Victorian. There are archways where the doorways are, and arcs where the windows are, stone structures being carved in and out of the side of the mountain that the infrastructure has been placed into. When you're looking at the city, it's more like steps for a giant going up in tier by tier by tier. You could also think of a Venetian-style city over by a harbour area where it just climbs up the mountainside, with the buildings occupying several locations. Let's
My
hop
size.
over.
Awesome.
Yeah. You should actually be able to fit in most of these cities. Well, most of these buildings. It's great. Venetian-style city, Tangerine. Look it up and you'll know.
I know, I'm just being a goofy.
You're being off a social goofer. Oh.
As
All right,
always,
well,
yeah.
for that, we are going to start with Teffy and Schnoz then. Let me get over to the youth. So the two of you are the only two who've actually arrived in Palius now. You'd be... Let's start in the morning, shall we? The nice, lovely scent of Taste My Buns, filling the warm air, wafting its way up the city towards the guild hall, where I'll put you both as leaving the guild hall, maybe to get a tasty bun to taste, or something else going on at some point. But it is bright and early. Who wants to go first? When you go, before you say anything or start, describe your character to us. Just the physical aspects of it. Don't go into details of class or who they're like.
Snazboop is ready.
Schnoz, go for it.
Snazboop is a gnome. Very small, 3'10". He has white, kind of everywhere hair, and plain, simple clothes, and wears clogs. That's how you say that word, I think.
Yeah.
And has a very elaborate lyre. I don't know what the difference is.
Let's go for loot.
Lute. It's with him. Very smiley fella. And as he leaves the guild hall, he'll say to Teffy, how was your evening? Was it as delightful as mine?
And so Teffy is she is a Ganassi, half air, half earth. So, just kind of elemental. She's 5'10". Nothing particularly remarkable about her outside of the fact that she is blue. Yeah. What else do I need to describe about her? Her hair is in a bob. It's like a pale blonde color. Very
remember
standard
your
middle
race.
class. Ganassi.
Yes. Earth Ganassi
Didn't I-
in particular.
And air.
And air. Yeah,
Didn't I just say that right at the very beginning?
I know. Hair. You don't have normal human hair.
The hair, yes. The hair is actually roots. So that's fun. But like wispy, light, pale, yellowy green roots, like when you grow plants solely in the water without any dirt involved. It's kind of a fun look. Yeah, so that's what she has as hair. Yeah, she's got a pretty standard middle class upbringing, attire, things of that nature. She's rather bookish. So she will look at her good buddy Snoz and say, "It was all right, thank you. Quite productive, I must say."
That's delightful to hear. I finished a picture for my new friend Cinder. He seemed to appreciate it. But do you think that we should perhaps go find these companions that we're
Cinder.
looking for?
Your good friend Cinder, aka the cranky explosive fella.
He's not as cranky as he comes across. He's just has walls.
Alrighty then. Every good fortress needs a wall. But yeah, so we need 3 more people in order to get into this guild of the Watchers. So let's hop to it then.
Yes. Where do you think that we should look?
I think we should taste that guy's buns.
Lead on to the buns.
Okay. So we follow the smell like cartoon characters picked up by the scent of an apple pie. And we go to Taste My Buns, which is just 1 shelf down from the guild.
It is. You approach Taste My Buns, and the 2 of you will see one person you recognize, Cinder, a fire ganassi that seems to have a perpetual steam and mist coming from his body, and the wonderful look of his
Cinder,
clothes
my
may be on
friend,
fire.
good morning.
Oh god, not you again. Hi.
Have you met my good friend Teffy? We're joining the guild together.
Yeah, I remember.
Cinder.
Teffy. See, he's really always like that.
Yep. For better or
Even in the
worse,
morning.
he's a friendly little guy.
I haven't had my potions yet today. I don't have the patience for this.
Would you like me to sing you a little song?
Oh, please no. Matilda, can I get that to go, please? Please, thank you so much. Bye. He turns and gets
have
off
an
the
excellent
bench.
day, Cinder.
On the other side, there is a small... He looks to be like a frog. And he's got this bright purple skin colorations and little green dots. And he's looking over with crumbs dripping down from the side, going, "Well, I kind of want to hear a song. Can I hear one?"
Well, you'll have to tell me your name first.
"Oh, I'm Pibble. I run Pibble's
Pibble?
Nibbles. Yeah.
Pibble. I am Snozboop of Clan McSnoogan. It is a delight to meet you. What, have you lived here long?
Yeah, well, it depends on your definition of long, I suppose. I've been here for probably, let's see, was here before the split. Maybe about 12 cycles?
Oh, very good. Well, I'll play your little ditty, Pibble. One moment. Hey, Pibble. I like your root. That's all I got. Sorry, Pibble.
That was great. That was awesome. Thank you so much. Wow. So you're joining the... hi, by the way. You said your name is Teffy?
Teflessa pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Oh, that's a mouthful. Oh, boy.
Teffy will
Teffy.
do though.
Cool. That was awesome. Thank you, Schnaz. Well, welcome to Palius. You're joining the guild. I didn't know they had any openings left. I thought they got filled.
They've got
Apparently.
openings for groups, so we need to find 3 more.
Oh, Oh, well,
Do you know of anyone, Pibble?
Well, I mean, I know a few people in it already. Everyone else around here has got their own daily things they have to take care of, so
Yeah.
not really.
And Pibble, the business that you mentioned that you're the proprietor of, what do you sell or trade in or manufacture, what have you?
Oh, it's a good question. I'm an architect mechanic. I create and take the arcane and I put it into new devices that I create and design of my own.
Wow, that is very interesting. Is
Sure,
there anything
come
that
fast.
you have made that you are especially proud of?
Well, there's a few things, yeah. There's a lot, actually. You wanna come on by later on? I'll show you
Let's
around.
go now.
Oh, I'm eating breakfast.
Oh. No. All right. I'll stop by later, Pibble. It would be my delight.
After you say that, Matilda, who is a human with long dark hair, about 5'10", around the same height of Teffy, comes walking over with 2 boxes that have steam coming from the top. Here you 2 go, darlings. Some nice special buns from the husband.
Well, thank you so much. Does this... I was going to call her dear, but I don't know if how old she looks.
Maybe about middle age.
Oh, thank you so much, dear. I appreciate that. I'm sure it will be a delight.
Absolute pleasure. These were
Thank you very
made a
much.
little bit more special for you too. Now I understand you're from the what once was Trillic, States of Aptula area. So we put a little bit more of a flair and flavor of that location in it. And you're from the Zooth, right?
Mhm.
There's a little bit more of a spice kick to it.
I have to say, how do you know that?
It's the way you... Oh, wrong voice. I almost went back to Pipple. it's the way you hold yourself, dear.
All right then.
I'm
Thank you
not the
very
one who
kindly.
called it either. That would be my husband. Zeph,
Do
who
we know?
lining, yeah. Zeph puts his paw out and is like, called it. Now, I'm not too sure if I got the seasonings too right on there, but you let me know, Teffy, and I'll get it right next time.
I certainly will, but I'm sure they're delicious.
Oh, I hope so. My buns are always tasty.
Teffy's gonna have my reaction and just kind of turn her head and snicker a little bit.
Matilda does too. You get the
Well,
sense
thank
that
you
they
so much.
named the place Taste My Buns for a reason.
We have an excellent establishment, and I hope to come here often. Well, I think Teffy and I best be on our quest to find 3 more friends to join us at the guild.
If you want, you can go down to the city square. It's usually where people are ferried in from the entrances. New people coming through. I wouldn't say too often, but that would be where you would find any new people. And the mayor is usually down there around this time of day. And if you just let him know, he'll keep an eye out for you too.
Pibble, you are an excellent gentleman. Thank
I
you.
know. Thank
I
you,
will
though,
do
for noticing.
just that. All right. So Snozboop's going to get up, take out one of his buns, and start nomming on it while he walks around. He's going to do a little whistling as he goes along to the city square.
Magnificent. Let's kick over to Zora and what we have named as Big Tin.
Yes.
That was not my name. That was actually given to Stitch's character by Zora. So you can blame them for that.
Yes.
Yeah.
The 2 of you, along with your friend Zora Gwyn, are coming in on the northern... No, wait. You sailed by boat. You're coming in by boat. Arriving on the docks, just the gangway having just been placed. Gwyn, taking her rifle and covered it up for now, not knowing what people or how people would react to something like that before joining the guild, steps off, takes a big deep breath, and goes, "Oh, Zara, don't you just love this place already? It smells wonderful, like fresh baked bread already, and it's not even midday. Oh, we made a good
the air
decision."
smells like nothing could possibly go wrong here.
Go ahead and give your character a bit of a description.
So Zara is a changeling. She has about. She's a changeling, so she can, if needed, change her appearance at will and different things. But
And to
tends to
clarify
stick.
for people as well,
Mhm.
none of you will know that unless they do it in front of you.
Yeah.
You cannot tell who a changeling is unless they change.
To everyone's better judgment, I am a human that appears with about bob length black hair, about what was it, 5 foot, 5 foot something. We're
It's 5'10" too.
average height. Yeah, I think it was 5'2". Yeah.
5'10",
So
I think.
was it 5'10"? I don't remember.
I can check. It's fine.
I should have that in front of me. It's actually or to our description 5'5". So we're about average. We're doing this on purpose. So she is from all appearances just appearing to be like a human type person. And they are about mid-20s ish looking. So yeah. Is that good?
Yeah, that'll work.
Okay.
Next to him, of course, is the person who I've mentioned, Gwyn, who is a tabaxi. Gwyn, unlike most tabaxis, the front portion of her face is completely bald. But there are whiskers and other hairs poking out in other places, and the form screams tabaxi, tells you that that's what their race is, but there's something else going on there, from what you can tell. She's wearing raggedy clothes, that's kind of like what Zara would be wearing, but unlike Zara, has this peculiar packaged thing on her back. For the audience is a rifle, but she's hiding it right now. And behind the both of them, creaking as they step from the gangway onto the dock, gangway having bowed a bit from the weight, is Big Tin.
Yay.
Yes.
Big Tin. You see, I think everyone here knows the legend, right?
Yeah.
Of your first gut reaction is going to be that a steel predator just walked off the boat, which is an assassin machine built to seek out a target and kill it. It matches all the descriptions of that. To be more precise in descriptions, just so that you understand, this is nothing small. Height-wise, it's a biped cat, and let me just for reference, it is a biped cat. Height is 5 feet.
Quadruped.
Quadruped. Yeah, my bad. Quadruped. Body length is 10 feet. Width is 3 feet, and the tail adds another 5 feet. And by the creaking and the bowing, you can definitely say that it is probably pure metal and extremely heavy. Beyond that, you don't know anything else, I think, at the moment.
Is it black?
It is black.
And what Zara and Gwyn will be seeing as well is pretty much every single dock worker stopping what they're doing, staring and gawking at what is closely following Zara. Just having gotten off, the captain will inform you, it's the guild right up there. You might want to go see the governor. We'll be resupplying and leaving. There's another crew here, so thanks for sailing. Maybe we'll see you again later.
Sorry. I keep forgetting I'm on push to talk. So we'll kind of... I'm trying to remember my notes where we were going.
You were heading to the Three Watchers Guild.
That's right. So would there be like some kind of community board on the dock that would kind of help us?
Well, he did also just tell you it's right up there and point at it.
Oh, well, then there we go. We're going to head that direction.
As
Or
you...
at least I am. Zara is.
From the bottom. As you start getting away from the docks, you pass by the building, which is looks to be a large inn just outside the portion of it, with a few portion of it, well, outside of the dockyard area. There are a few people meandering around. They've got some various bags on their backs. It looks like this might be the people who are hopping on board to leave again. There's also a small, I think it's a halfling. Pretty sure he is. Yes. Small halfling. Standing. He's got grey hair, big mutton chops that are greyed. He's looking and pointing around at some various people who are carrying boxes and crates, either to the dockyard or from the dockyard. Followed closely, right behind him, is a little hunched over goblin who's got this notebook and is just scribbling away rapidly. Gwyn, you reckon that's a mayor? Or governor? What is it over here? Do you know? He told us, but I didn't actually. I wasn't paying attention.
Constable? I don't know.
Constable? Let's go with constable. Hello, constable.
They're like a lawyer.
No one
I don't know.
looks. Well, a few people look and start gawking a little bit, and after a couple of seconds of realizing that's not what he's called, he does catch that bunch of people are looking your direction. He glances over and goes, "Oh, great Jubilee. Oh, great. Okay. Hi, would you two mind coming over here, please?"
Jeez. Sure.
Gwyn just follows you over.
Yeah, I'm following.
Hi. Okay, right. Can I ask why you're here? First off, I'm so sorry. I don't want to be rude. Hi, I'm Strangly Humblehand. I'm the governor of this here establishment. By establishment, I mean city, town. What? Sorry, your steel predators got me really nervous right now. You're not here to kill anyone, are you?
No. We're actually looking for a guild.
Oh.
Do you know of such places to find a guild?
Yeah, it's right up there. Sorry, wow. So you're not part of a guild already, you're looking for one to join. Yeah, I've only ever heard of steel predators. I'm so sorry. They're killing machines. They're ruthless killing machines, and you walking into our city or town with one right behind you is scary.
I realize the note that I made about the guilds is on a post-it that is somewhere on my desk.
Oh, it's alright. he's a wonderful, wonderful thing. Aren't you, BT? Gwyn pats you on the shoulder blade.
No reaction.
No reaction. See? He's not going to do anything to us. Where did
Seems
you
relatively
get
tame.
Seems. Well, where'd you, if you don't mind my asking, where'd you get one? Again, no offense, you don't really look like someone who could afford something like that.
Well, good sir, I will take offense, and I would appreciate it if you stop asking questions.
Okay then, I'm so sorry. Well, I'll let Julian do the rest of it
Take
then.
a little bit different of a stance.
Oh. Well, the guild's right up there. Julian's usually up by now. Usually? I think.
Usually? Well,
Usually.
we've got time. So we'll just give a good nod.
Yeah. The goblin behind him has just been staring, and you can see there's just ink dripping out of his quill. Have not been used in a couple of seconds. And... Well, welcome, I guess, and hope you get in. Gonna go.
No harm intended. Just gonna be on our way.
Bye, Governor. He's nice. I like him.
I like constable than governor.
Well, alright, so we're going to be heading up to the guild, yeah? What do you think
Tally
people
ho,
are
as
like?
they say.
Tally ho. You two start meandering around and get to you while you're walking. There's seems to be a lot of people about now. Like the morning has come around to full fruition. Full fruition. I have difficulty with the word fool. But as you're trudging along, you could see the infrastructure is a little damaged from here and there, like cracks inside various of the buildings, maybe all damaged from the split or the separation that they haven't gone around to repair just yet. For a town of this size, it doesn't have full capacity. The streets aren't cramped like what you might be. Actually, no, you wouldn't be used to that. Schnoz and what Schnoz and Teffy might be used to. It's a lot more open space. Zara, for you, this is very much like home. With anything, actually, there's more people here. As you're going along, why don't all four of you give me a perception check?
Aye.
Yeah, yeah, you Schnoz. Not you, Caleb. We're ignoring you for now.
I will use my dice that I've recently won on the Hans Half Elven podcast.
Hey.
And you said perception?
Perception, yeah.
Classic. I got an 11.
11.
Oh,
Starting
no.
Starting
I
strong.
rolled a 5 for a 9.
Hoo boy.
14.
14.
19.
19. Okay.
The cat's on it today.
The cat's on it today.
With a +1.
You all get to a... Zara, Gwyn, and Big Ten, or BT, you get to the first change and corner, and you see there's a... what looks to be someone who's begging on the side of the street, and they've got this sign that says the end is nigh, the head just down, little hat with a couple of copper coins in it. You're not sure if they put it in themselves or if someone else did. But you also, when you see up, just also turning around the corner from the second to bottom shelf there, is this Earth Ganassi and a small gnome. Looks fairly elderly. You start walking and get to a point where you're passing each other. For you, Schnoz and Teffy, remember you are passing a steel predator here. This is something neither of you have ever seen in your entire life. Schnoz, you may have gotten close to seeing one, maybe, because of your age, but you've never actually seen one. But you both know very well what they are.
Effie's probably gonna scream a little bit, or at least jump and like grab onto Snozzboot's hand.
Snozzboot did not notice until just then, and we'll say, Teffy! Guess what? Look! That's a steel predator!
Yeah,
This is so exciting!
I can see that.
Let's go
Thank
say
you.
hello!
Zora and BT, you can both hear this plain and clear.
Oh yeah, quite clear. Snozzboot's gonna, use his little legs, go right on over, and say, hello! I'm Snozzboop of Clan McSnookin. Who are you, and where are you from?
That's you, Zara.
Yeah.
And BT.
Sorry, I
I'm
was
not
getting
gonna
my
respond. I
I was
can't.
getting my dice together. I am Zara Vintool. This is my buddy BT, or Big Tin. How comest thou to these parts?
Well, I see how it is. Fine, don't introduce me.
Gwen,
Jerk.
you're good at introducing yourself on your own.
I know I am. Hi, I'm Gwyn.
Gwyn, it is a delight to meet you. I'm so glad you're here.
You are so full of energy. I love it already. Are you?
Oh, good. Zara, Big Ten, also a delight to meet you. I want to know where you're from, what you're about, what are your goals and your hopes and your dreams. Just as a brief note, Teffy, who is my friend here, we just arrived yesterday trying to join the guild, but we need some other compatriots in order to join with us as a group. So that'd be cool if you were those compatriots. Then we could get to know each other in the long term, which could be even better.
Well, to first address, I am from away from here. That's about as
Is that
deep
a
as
town?
it gets. Oh, yes. Away from here is not.
You're
Town
doing
called
great,
away
Zara.
from here. Okay.
Oh, I'm not coming in. Nope. Did you hear that?
We heard you just now.
Oh, well, I am from away from here. It is a town that is away from here.
Mm-hmm.
Aptly named.
What was your second question?
What are your goals? What are your hopes? What are your dreams?
Oh, that is a lot, sir.
Well, let's start with
my
what are your
hope
hopes?
is that this conversation will be over soon. My
Oh, that
dream
would be-
is that we can get to meet the rest of the guild sooner rather than later.
Those are very short-sighted, but I think I can
Short-sighted or
excuse
focused?
But we haven't met Big Ten yet. Big Ten, do you have any hopes or dreams?
Big Ten, you may answer. I guess he decides not to, so that's his
That
deal.
was actually funny, but
I don't know. I don't know if that's how it goes.
One moment, please. Go to something else. I need to look something up. Actually,
In the context
For
of
technicality,
this universe,
you don't need my permission to talk or anything, do you? Right?
Table talk, yeah. Table talk, I don't think so.
Okay.
Like,
Um,
I just wanted to make sure I was doing that right.
yeah, I think you were doing that right,
Okay.
though, because of other reasons. That's, I think, what the Stitch is checking out. Sorry, Taffy, what was that?
so in the context of this world and the legends and everything to go along with it, have we heard steel predators as actual sentient beasts, or are they like assassin Roombas?
Assassin Broombas?
Yeah, because Roombas
That
don't
makes
have a
sense.
personality. We say that they do. We feed them.
Roombas with a knife duct taped on top.
Yeah, he's a knife Roomba,
I
or
like
is he
that
like a
image.
guy?
But
Ethan, not what
Snot Group would
passives
know.
are for. You'll need to roll if you want to do something. Passive is for other things.
Snot would know that Big Ten is sentient, yes?
No. Yes. Yes. You would. Yes. Okay.
Cool.
Actually, Schnoz, when you
Hmm.
address BT, there is a humming to your lute. It feels like it has more energy. In a way of... It's sentient. It's
Ah.
sentient. That kind of way. You can tell
Very good.
that there is something different about this steel predator.
Okay, very good. Well, Big Ten, I really
Yes.
appreciate your presence here. And of course, if you would like to keep your past, that's, of course, totally fine. But I would like to know who you are if you're willing to share.
I am Big Ten.
And what would you say drives you, Big Ten?
I protect Zara.
Oh, a noble goal. Have you been doing that long?
13 days.
A short time. Have you found it enjoyable thus far?
I don't understand that.
When you are protecting Zara, do you find a sense of fulfillment? in what you are doing.
Yes.
That you would lack if you were not doing that.
Yes.
Well, very good. And Gwen, how about you? What are your hopes?
Me? Oh, well, my hopes would be that we can join the guild rather quickly. And my dreams would be to rise up in fame and hopefully maybe not. Maybe I shouldn't tell him about that. Should I tell him about that, Zara?
I feel like you've already said enough.
Okay, I've already said enough. My dreams are ongoing.
Oh. Well, just by the verbiage that you are telling, I think I have the perfect friend for you. I wonder if they might still be in the city. Their name's Shaw.
Sure.
Yes. And they, short-term goals are to see society collapse, but I'm hoping that they turn it a little bit for the good of all.
Sure seems like a delightful being.
Oh, you know what? They said that he was going to be staying in the inn. Would you like to go meet them?
The top shelf in, awkwardly enough, on the bottom shelf.
Well, here's the thing, alright? Snores, boop. We are actually wanting to join the guild, and I'm not sure if there's any openings right now. So we want to get
Whoa.
up there as quickly as possible.
Well, very good. Well, Gwen, good news is the only opening is for a group that we have the right number for.
Really?
Up forward?
Yes.
Yep, they've got an opening for a group of 5.
Yeah. Teffy and I were looking for 3 individuals to join the guild with us.
Well, isn't that just dandy? Well,
Yes.
that's alright, we don't actually have to go up now. We can... Oh, we have a... Well, actually, in that... well, I'm getting too excited, Zara.
I can tell.
Well, we should probably go up just so the 3 watchers can, officially affirm the group.
That's not a bad
You can
idea.
come meet Julian. I'll show you the way.
Where's our 5th member?
Well, it's
I think-
me and Snoz and Gwyn and Zara and Big Tin. That's 5. Unless I've forgotten how to count again.
The homeless person who's right next to you with a sign just puts the sign down, picks up their hat, stands up, and walks away. Well, actually, no, that's a fair point, Zara. I don't think they're going to include him as a person.
Yeah,
Sentient.
what's our definition? We should figure that out.
Big
Well, that
Ten.
would be a Julian
Big
question.
Ten
then.
is sentient, I assure you.
But do they know that?
Well, they can take Snozboop's word for it, I'm sure.
I don't think the guilds are people that take words of others that they don't know.
Julian and I are great friends. We met yesterday.
Yesterday.
I'm willing for a try.
Let's go
I
chat
guess
with
we'll
him, shall
go
we?
for it.
Tiffy, why don't you tell them all about yourself on the way?
Oh, that's a hike.
So, plainly said, I want to find the giant bees. They exist somewhere. I just need to find where.
Giant bees.
Sounds incredible.
Why do you want to find a giant bee?
Not a giant bee, the giant bees. I want to find a colony of them.
That sounds like a surefire way to die quickly.
Or a surefire way to befriend some wonderful giant versions of some very helpful, friendly little pollinators.
Bees are important for the ecosystem, Zara.
Thank you, Gwyn, you get it.
and their little pointy butts are also important to defense. I just imagine
If
getting
I'm not coming
impaled by
at
one of
them,
those wouldn't
if
be
I'm
very
not coming
fun.
at them trying to attack, they're gonna be all right.
Oh, I would start speaking giant bee if I were you.
Can
I've been
people do
doing
that?
everything. I've been doing everything I can to try to learn, but there's not much information to be found.
Ah, man. I heard this story about an old satyr that thought the Fae didn't exist, and boy was he wrong. You may end up finding something on your journey.
Get out.
Are you-
Get out.
Are you talking about the
Meta.
latest for the clean walks?
Yeah.
I heard a listening stone about one of their songs the other day. Oh, strange music.
I love it. A listening stone.
But
Just
yeah,
table talk.
that's what I'm after. That's why I'm out and about. What about you? What are you doing?
We're doing it, sister.
Yeah, this is it. We came here to join the guild. Don't really have any
Why?
other aspirations after that.
Why this guild?
I
'Cause I
feel
heard
like
it
that's
had a-
already too many questions. Go in.
But
We're just
if I
simple
may object,
adventurers.
if questions aren't asked and answered, how will we get to know each other? How will we be increasingly better friends?
You know, they say that trust is the glue that holds a group together. Sometimes trust is heavily laced with faith.
So does that mean you do want to answer the questions?
In time.
I'll let you think about that for a little bit more. How tall are these stairs?
It's just a walking path that has about maybe a 30% incline to it as you're constantly walking uphill at this point. You can get the strong scent of freshly baked bread as you're walking by Taste My Buns with this friendly looking lion wearing a very cutesy pink apron with flowers on it. And he looks up over and, "Morning."
Morning, Zeph.
Now were those buns.
Those buns were juicy.
I actually have one left. Zara, would you like to try one?
Yeah,
I've
would
never
you like
had
to taste that guy's buns?
juicy bread before. I'm not sure if that's such a good idea.
It's a bit of a mouth explosion that you wouldn't absolutely enjoy. Here, I'll get you one.
Even off of a day old? Oh, a fresh one.
Oh, it's fresh. This thing is fresh. Like, there's a tray with steam still coming from it as he takes a spatula and just scoops two up. Hands
I
one
guess
to
we're
you
about to
and one to
discover the
Gwyn.
definition of a juicy bun.
And Gwyn looks at him like, "Juicy bun. Juicy bun." That's a bit weird way of saying it, but bites into it. And this jelly just bursts from the sides because she's not being careful.
All right, I'll give it a shot. I grab it,
It's
carefully making sure not to smear any jelly on my face.
It's exquisite. It's
I guess it's
exquisite.
kind of juicy.
Zephy has got
I never.
Zephy has got the juiciest buns I've ever had.
I can absolutely tell. I'd be happy to taste these buns every day.
Big Tin, are you
Oh,
an
a bunch
enjoyer of
bun
buns?
lickers. I'm sorry, I've licked enough buns for today.
No, thank you.
Oh, very well. Now, Big Tin, I am not that aware of the Steel Predator's needs. Do you need sustenance to continue functioning?
No.
Oh, that is both convenient and sad.
Why?
Well, convenient because it takes less time. There's no funds that are needed for, purchasing the food, but sad because you do not get to enjoy all of the delights that food present to you.
What delights?
Well, it's hard to say. It's like trying to describe to a blind man the color green. It is a delightful color, but if one is blind, how can I describe it to you?
With the feelings that come with them rather than the sensation itself.
What are the sensations of green, Teffy?
Oh boy, you don't even know what you just asked me. My brain is broken. Prepare yourself. So green is the feeling of when you see someone, you see your best friend for the first time in months. Green is the feeling of the new leaves coming up in the spring. Green is the feeling of life maintaining itself, returning after you think it's all gone. Green is the feeling of the depths of the ocean. Green is unfathomably complex.
I do like that, Teffy. You see what you are missing, Big Tin, and that is just on the color green. Imagine juicy buns.
I have much to learn.
Quinn just leans over to you, Zara, and goes, I really like these people. They're fun.
I was like Gwen low-key getting her mind blown while eating a bun.
Yep.
Are the buns laced with anything?
No. Not
Okay.
unless you ask. Wait, what? Anyway. Seth, you heading up to the guild area now?
Yeah, Yep, that's...
Got some things for them. A lot of the guild people don't come down this way. I usually just bring it up to them. Do you mind walking it up there for me?
Oh, no problem at all, Zeph. Leave it to me.
Thank you very much. He hands you this box just full of a bunch of different kinds of buns. You be sure to let the new cook and chef up there try these two over here. He points at two in particular. Like I made them special for them.
Handling's all that, are they? Yeah, we'll let them know.
Thank you,
We
Teffy.
are
I may have a hard
great
time remembering which buns are which.
Zara will find a random child walking by and attempt to pass the bun on to them. Zara doesn't like sweet things.
Yeah, it's not like the sweetest thing, but this is definitely sweet. Like, there's jelly on the inside, and
Rich.
it's got a sweet richness to it. Gwyn, though, seeing you try to pass this bun to a child, I'm like, no, don't give it to the child. It's already been eaten part way through. I'll take it.
Share the same ecosystem, essentially, anyway.
Well,
We'll continue walking.
looks like we've got buns. We're heading over to the guild. You say you've already met the guildmaster.
Yeah, Teffy and I did yesterday.
What's he like?
Well, he was a delight. It's
You think
elf.
everyone's a delight, Snoz?
Well, there are different kinds of delight, as there are different kinds of people. Julian's kind of delight is, the kind of delight that comes from knowing that someone has your back.
So, in
That is
other words,
delightful.
Julian Tyrell is an elf. He's an arcanist. He's one of the masters of the Guild of the Three Watchers, along with, I want to say,
Silence.
Whisper and Silence. Whisper and Silence, I believe, of the other two. But the other two, as their names may suggest, don't really speak, or at least not in a way
There's
that
a
we can
huge
understand.
explosion uphill from an
And that
area
must
that
be
Teffy
Cinder.
and Zara would be familiar with, and you hear this as this fire Ganashi just flies downhill and then slams somewhere close to the dockyards.
You asked for it.
Thank you.
That was my friend Cinder. He is a very different kind of delightful. It's the kind of delightful where working on a puzzle, and you finally complete it, and you see the whole masterpiece.
That's awesome.
He likes to blow things up. It brings him much enjoyment, seemingly.
Looks like it's mostly
So
himself.
focus on the pieces of the masterpiece.
From the way he was talking last night, it didn't sound like he enjoyed being blown up. It sounds like that's just a thing that happens. He sets fire to everything he touches, including the powders.
Then why does he deal with the powders?
I haven't the foggiest. We just got here yesterday. The mysteries of his psyche are yet to be unveiled.
Caleb, we haven't introduced you yet, but while they're walking up, and you're inside your spot, you can hear a bit of a commotion coming from inside the guild. The guild hall, which I'm about to describe to you all. You reach up to the last turn in the plateau, and you're seeing the hedges leading into the park area just next to both sides of the guild. Get to where you see the large fountain inside the center of that courtyard in front of it. The guild looks to have been maybe a warehouse at some point, but heavily retrofitted and redesigned in many ways. It leans up, and it's kind of like for the lack of better terms, the Teen Titan Tower just put on the side of a hill. You've got a big, long middle section and then two large wings at the top. The windows, there are several of them, but you can't see in any of them. It looks like they're magically tinted for people not to look through. There are a few of them, but just above the doorway is this big sign, or emblem, you might say, of a sword going down straight in the middle. In the center of it would be a coffin-type shape, where the top two arcs of the coffin meet the crossguard of the sword, and then come down to a narrow end at the tip. Inside the center of it is a bee, or maybe a wasp. The body of it's maybe a little too long, but some kind of design. And then at the bottom is a rose that's blossomed and opened up. I think there's something else, actually. Nope, that's it.
You heard there was a commotion?
Yeah, a little bit of a commotion going on, yeah.
Okay, continue. Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt.
No, you're good. You're good. It might draw your attention, entirely up to you, to look more towards the building itself instead of at this party who you've been watching for a bit now. You all crest up and see the inn, when very suddenly there is a clash as one of the windows bursts outwards, and these three red-skinned, winged beasts with spiked tails come bursting out of it, knackering in their own weird types of language. I would like everyone to roll initiative. Change of pace.
Oh, Papa shall.
As I adjust some of the sounds here,
Actually-
because...
Sarah's got a +4 on initiative.
Same.
That's a total of 22.
Great. As always, save it to last for it, please.
Sorry.
No, you're good, you're good. We've been gone for like 6 weeks, so...
Yeah.
Oh. Problems. Hang on. Yes, that is the right one. I need to turn daylight mode on. Can you all see
map.
anything yet?
We got a fucking map.
Not
Language.
yet.
Gotta reload. Sorry. The beat button. Oh, speaking of noises.
I know why. Vision.
There we go.
I need a hotkey for it.
Vision.
I need a hotkey.
Vision. I turned everything on correctly except for your tokens. Vision. There we go. Alright, it's Heidi. So, you will see in front of your tokens a lovely little area. That's your deploy zone. You can put yourself anywhere inside that spot that you would like. Before we start on the combat, that is. You have a different area. I should probably change that name, huh? Boop. So, place yourselves in there while I ask for the wonderful initiatives. We'll start with you, Caleb.
Oh, that's gonna be a hot 10.
Hot 10. Wow.
Right in the middle.
Right in the middle, he's there. All right, Schnorz.
13.
13. Okay. Teffy.
Teffy got a 10, but Teffy also can't find her character on the board.
It's the right one. The rightmost one is Teffy.
Ugh.
Yeah, this one's you.
I don't see a name on it. Okay, cool. Teffy is gonna put herself.
You should see a name on it. That's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see a name on it for some reason.
Yeah.
Maybe I just don't know how to read.
Right, well. Zora?
To be fair, I can't see a name on my own either, so it might
That's
just
very
be the way it
strange.
is. We got a 24.
24. That's disgusting. BT.
Starting to feel that rogue
15.
initiative.
15. Okay. Now, this is a wonderful time to introduce one of the home brews that we have discussed and agreed on, for the most part. If any of you would like to trade initiative, now's your chance to do it. Keeping in mind, one of the two who trades initiative will lose their first reaction for the first round.
Oh boy.
Anyone want to? Or not?
Am I last currently?
You, what's your dex? And Teffy, what's your dex?
Oh, did we both roll 10s?
You both roll 10s, yeah.
Mine's a 4.
My dex is 9.
9.
You're like base dex? Like
Modifier.
for a dexterity
Modifier.
save.
Modifier.
Oh, the modifier is
Yeah.
-1.
Oh, yeah, you're going first.
Oh.
You're not going last, Caleb.
Okay. Do
You're
you
going
want to
third to
switch
last.
that? Oh, I'm going third to last. Who's going last then?
Gwyn
Enemy going
is.
last?
If you want to go last, Gwyn will trade initiative with you.
That's what I want to do.
Okay,
Okay.
we'll put that as Gwyn's. No, you're the one wanting to initiate it, so that'll be your
Yes.
reaction. You now have an initiative of 8.
Can
Cool.
I offer a trade to Big Ten for a higher initiative for them?
Nope.
Nope.
That's. Well, that's. It has to be agreed on both, and I don't actually think
Yeah.
BT wants higher initiatives
Nope.
Ah, okay.
or to use their reaction.
Nope.
And for you, Zora, Gwyn has a much higher dex modifier than you, so they'll be going before you now.
Sounds good.
Oh, not Zora. Sorry, Teffy. I said the wrong one. Whoops. Let's roll for these wonderful baddies. Wow, my dice rolls are not good today, y'all.
Zara, are you going to place your token?
Yeah, and don't
Is
forget
it
to
not
put your
there?
tokens in there.
I
It
can't
is.
move until you do.
You're right here, yeah. And you're not in the deployment yet, just yet.
There we go.
Come on, guys. It's only been a month. Have you guys forgotten how to do combat?
I didn't know what this red square was.
I told you
You
what it
explained
was.
it.
I explained it very directly what it was.
I'm here, guys.
Are you sure?
Oh, you know I'm always here.
Okay, everyone is nice and deployed. These are our wonderful frenzies here. Caleb's going to be starting up there. Okay, starting up first is you, Zara. You are up first. BT, you're on deck. Oh, wait, no. Snores, you're on. No, it is BT, sorry. I can't read numbers. Zara, you're up.
We're thinking. Let's see. What is the range? We're going.
We lost your voice.
Sorry, I forget I'm on push to talk. We're gonna move 30 feet up. And let's see, what is the range on this longbow? 150 feet.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god. Okay. So we're going to use I might have to turn this push to talk off because I have to hold control, or I might make it a different button. It's like messing with my zoom on here. We're going to do Horde Breaker.
Okay, read that out
Is
for
the
us.
idea. It says once on each of your turns when you make a weapon attack, you can make another attack with the same weapon against a different creature that is within 5 feet of the original target and within range of your weapon. So,
Unfortunately, they are not within 5 feet of each other.
oh, they're
10
10
feet away
feet
from it, yeah.
apart. It's almost like you did that on purpose.
I actually completely forgot you were a range hunter. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. We'll just attack the guy who's furthest in the back. So this guy.
Perfection. Okay.
For 12 plus. Let's see, what is my plus hit? Oh, plus 8. So that's a 20.
Dirty 20. Perfect. That hits.
Okay, so it's a 1d8.
JP, so I know what to do on my turn. Are these sentient or not?
Yes, they are.
They're
Just-
sentient. Okay.
That's
am I
10
accurate for?
damage. 10 damage.
10 damage. Okay. This, you pull out your longbow, lock it, release. The arrow flies through and slams this creature just right on the chest. First off, it doesn't look like it does as much as you would hope it would. In other words, it's got damage reduction for this, or resistance to your damage. But when it hits, it sticks in, and this purplish blood starts oozing from the wound, and you can hear it going very angrily.
Jesus.
Very angrily. It does falter a little bit inside the air, but keeps its wings flapping as it struggles.
Okay. So it didn't fall.
Didn't fall. No,
I
it's
need
still
an
flying.
edited zoom in on Tangerine's reaction to that noise.
I didn't see it. I didn't
Need a clip for that.
Just like a slow zoom in, like your face making that noise, and then just her face that looks up at the screen, just slow.
That'd be good.
Okay. Zora, you still have a bonus action.
Oh, that I do.
Hey, did you happen to take Hunter's Mark?
I thought
You
I
should.
did.
I think it's a class thing. And it's the bane
That-
of Rangers.
it's an
They always
automatic-
forget. Okay. You should
Yeah.
have it.
It's an automatic thing for Rangers.
Is that in actions?
It's a bonus action.
Oh, it's one of
But
my
it should still
spells.
be in the action.
Okay.
thing?
Should be, yeah.
No.
So Hunter's Mark, I do have. Choose a creature you see within range and mystically mark it as your quarry until the spell ends. You deal an extra 1d6. All right, so we will
You're gone again.
mark this guy. I'm gonna turn off push to talk.
Yeah, that's alright.
We'll mark this guy here.
We're getting the wheels back on the wagon, folks.
We are.
Yeah.
Hey,
I
new
thought push to
character,
talk
who's
would
this?
be an improvement.
Your key binding. Keep in mind your key binding,
Might
because
be.
other
Key binding
applications
will
that you
really
do,
fuck
key
you up.
bindings will still exist. Like your zoom,
Yeah.
hitting control to zoom in. Just
Yeah.
takes
Yeah. Maybe we could do like C or something like that.
Mhm. Okay, so Hunter's Mark, I am going to make that. Which figure should we make it? This one, because it looks like the Imperial sign, even though it's not. Boop. So this guy is Hunter's Marked now. That is your movement, action, and bonus action. So,
Oh, and this thing moves around if it dies too. If I'm still concentrating.
yeah.
That's nice.
Oh yeah, you're concentrating now too. You can lose concentration.
Yeah.
There we go. Let's add that there. Great. That being your full turn, we are on to the BT with Schnulls up next. No, yes, yeah.
Do it.
I will move right next to Zara and delay an attack if
Hold
anything
an
comes
attack.
near.
Cool. Sounds goody. Holding your initiative, which is another thing we've talked about. And this is not really pertinent for right now because you don't have multiple attacks. but it's pertinent more for the spellcasters. If you, like normal rules say, if you hold a spell, you have to use the spell slot. I don't like that. You never cast it. So we're just nixing that. Also, if you hold an attack, you only get one attack. I also don't like that. So you're getting your full attack action whenever you hold an attack. Keep in mind, same deal for the baddies. Goes either way. With BT running up, holding an attack, we're over to Schnoz, and your wonderful enemies are up next. They're on deck. They're after you.
Do I
Excellent.
give Zara a partial cover?
So
They have to be actively taking the cover. Not in this case.
I have to use that. That's a use. Okay. So Snozboop is going to run up a little bit and say, friends, there's no need for this. And then he's going to play a song of protection. Let go of your hate. He's just gonna play that. Everybody that can hear him has to roll a wisdom saving throw. I believe
That
it's
is-
wisdom.
Yeah. Wisdom
No, I'm
saving
sorry,
throw?
it's charisma.
Charisma. Oh,
saving
no,
throw.
yeah.
Charisma
Nice.
saving throw. And
Save the effects
Yeah,
until we get the rolls.
okay, cool.
What is going on?
Everybody as in party or as
Oh, as in
enemies?
everyone. Every sentient
As in
being who
everybody?
can hear him needs to roll this, and it's a magical
What's
effect.
the range on that?
It's if you can hear him. If you can hear him, you have to roll. And
Yeah,
you can
I'm
hear
close
him.
enough.
All of you
Yep.
can hear him. So I need a roll from all of you.
Oof. Ouch.
Charisma. Yay.
Used me.
What?
Oh,
Wait.
What roll is
my
this?
best.
Charisma saving
Charisma
throw.
was
Charisma.
And it is a magical effect, so you have if you have advantage on magical effects, you have advantage on this. Do you get 6? Ooh, that's gonna be interesting. Taffy, what'd
My
you get?
worst stat.
Oh boy.
Teffy got an 18.
18? Okay, what do you get, Zora?
Got a 9.
A 9? Oh, brilliant. BT, what'd you get?
An 18
An 18. What is going
with the
on?
negative 1.
Great. What's your DC, Schnoz?
16.
16. Which means Zora and Caleb, you both failed. So did all these enemies. They rolled. Yeah, the highest they got was a 10. The other two were 5s. Very badly. So Caleb and Zora, the two of you, are filled with inner peace and a genuine desire not to harm anyone. What are the effects now, Schnoz?
You cannot make any aggressive actions until the end of the next turn.
Oh boy.
At the end of their turn, they may repeat the saving throw. On success, they are immune from the song until later.
Told you, Ethan. So BT and Teffy, the two of you are immune to the effects of this song. If he starts a new song, you have to roll again, but you don't have to roll for this song anymore. You're free of its effects. The other two, at the end of your turns, you'll be rolling again to save from this effect. So you get a chance every single turn, but you do have to at least suffer through one turn of not wanting to harm anyone. Which,
Question.
yes,
Even though I passed, is this considered a psychic attack?
no.
Okay.
Good question. That actually genuinely is a very good one.
So that's Snozboop's action, and then for his bonus action, he will give Bardic Inspiration to his good friend Teffy, and say,
It's a good old
"Do
bardic
you believe in
inspiration.
friendship." That's that one.
Nice.
Nice. Okay. Let's see
That's
this
the end
out
of
a bit
Snozboop's
more.
turn.
End of Schnozzboop's turn there. It is these guys' turn. And all of them they were snickering and bickering at things. The one with the arrow was pointing at the arrow inside him and pointing at the others and pointing at Zara and going And then suddenly the song starts going there. And then one by one they go and all disappear. Turn,
What?
from what you can tell, invisible. Boop-a-doop.
Well, that's not desirable.
Let's just move those to the GM there. That is their action, and they're gonna... That'll be it. Who's next? Gwyn. Very much next. I forgot to roll for Gwyn. That's more like it. Gwyn passed. Gwyn is going to, from having stayed behind from everyone else, maybe the only person would be Oltian, who'd probably, not Oltian, Caleb, who would probably notice, if anything, because of your passives. Just a minor detail of them whipping this thing from their back around and then taking the fabric off very quickly, revealing a beautiful looking rifle. She quickly drops down to one knee, brings it up, and goes, "Sorry, Schnoz, not the time for that." Takes a crack. This will be at disadvantage, because she's trying to shoot something that's invisible.
You could do that even?
Yeah, you can. It's basically shooting at the area they were at and hoping it hits. Ooh. That's a 9 plus 9. 18. That'll hit, still. Gotta actually reduce this by 1. Because ammunition is a thing. Now roll damage. This loud crack comes from this rifle inside her hands as this bullet flies out and deals a nice lovely 13 points of damage. It goes towards where Zara was aiming, hits something, and you see blood, purple blood splat out from nowhere, followed by this creature that was invisible becoming visible again and falling to the ground, not moving or flinching.
Ooh.
She will then use her bonus action to reload. That is her turn. She's staying where she's at. So we are on
At
to...
range.
Teffy, you're up. I didn't give you a heads up. Whoops. Caleb, you're on deck.
And so the little guys have gone invisible?
Yes. And one of them just
Okay.
died. Oh, hang on. Let me make that one more. What? Boop. This one's dead.
These things are what, like bats?
They look humanoid. Like they've got legs and arms and this long tail with a pointed tip at the end of it.
Gargoyles?
Maybe like gargoyle statues, yeah. Ooh, wings. Definitely not something any of you have ever seen before.
Okay. So Teffy will go her maximum movement forwards. And then she'll kind of... Let's see. She'll try to see if she can make out any, like, hazy wiggly lines. Like heat waves or something. Just trying to see if there's, like, a shimmer of where the now invisible creatures have gone, or if they're, like, truly, truly invisible.
Okay, I'll call out your bonus action. Give me a perception. No. I want to say investigation. Investigation. Is there investigation in? I've been in too many systems.
Yes.
There is. Yes. Cool.
Also
investigation
nature,
check.
perhaps.
Just Nate. I could see the argument for nature, but investigation I think is a bit more apt for this one.
Okay, that's going to be a 16.
16.
Yes.
Okay. You're looking around. You see the one that just fell.
Mhm.
Get a sense that they might have moved a bit. And the bush, just right over here, shifts just ever so lightly. Not a wind movement. It's something just bumped into it.
Okay.
still have an action.
Right. Did I get a good look at their face or their general like body shape, head shape specifically?
You got a good enough one. Yeah, I'll describe it a little bit more. They've got a bit more of a pointed nose, fanged teeth, and they're small creatures. They're smaller than schnoz even. Big old wings that kind of do look bat-like. A long tail, maybe a little scorpion nature to it, and very humanoid. And big old pointy ears. Red skin too.
Okay.
They're probably
Okay.
not wearing anything, to be honest.
So I have crept as far as I can, and I'm gonna kind of lean forwards and say, "Hey, little guy. Hi. What's all this then?" Just to try to communicate with it, to figure out what in the world's going on, and also not alienate my good friend Snozz by attacking this random creature.
Okay, give me a persuasion check. And this will be your action.
Inspiration.
Don't forget you
And I do have an.
inspiration,
How does the inspiration work? I've never been on the receiving end.
yeah. That is a good question.
How quickly she forgets.
I have never known a single thing.
You know the Ted
inspiration,
Lasso character?
You
Football is
add
life?
1d6 to
D&D is
your roll.
life.
So I had two people talking at exactly the
Yeah.
same time, so I got.
So,
For
Tefi,
inspiration, for the bardic inspiration, you get a 1d6 to your roll.
Okay. Okay, and this
Next
was a
time she
persuasion check?
acts.
What?
it's not your turn.
I was gonna
I'm
say,
mute you
Peter,
now, Ethan.
next time, yeah, go ahead.
Speak on your turn. Thank you.
So that is
Sorry.
going to be. Crikey! Alright, that's going to be a 24.
24. Okay. You don't see the results. But you do hear a little bit of a...
That's my turn.
It's your turn. Caleb? Kilab.
Alright,
I'm saying
am
it
I
wrong.
unmuted again? Okay.
There you go. Yeah,
Next
yeah.
time he has to explain inspiration to you, I'm specifically going to talk over it. Anyway,
Don't
okay, I gotta
split
make a
hats.
wisdom at the end of my turn.
At the end of your turn,
Technically
yeah.
would be okay. So I just waste a turn. Doodling my thumbs.
You can do other
Um,
things. You just can't do aggressive actions. Like you
Oh, I
can still
can't
get
do-
things
Oh!
ready, and you can still do stuff. You just can't do anything that would cause damage.
And I'm smart. Okay, gotcha. Okay, well, where am I at? Okay, let's go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. How tall is this hedge? Just for my knowledge.
3 feet.
Okay. I actually would end up. I wouldn't go there. I'd go like that. That would be my movements. I'd be crouching behind that. I'm going to get out my crossbow in my left hand and a stick of dynamite in my right. You let me build this character. And then I'm gonna roll that wisdom
Charisma.
or
Charisma.
charisma. Oh, thank God! My second nat 20 of the night. I really needed it. It's the only way I could probably. I have a negative. I have a 0 in charisma and a -1 in strength. So those are my worst. Yeah, that's my turn.
Yoicks. Well, you are free of it. You sit, you focus, take a few deep breaths, and you can feel the effects of this. Your insight's high enough to know that it's not the gnomes singing, per se, or the song that they're playing. It's the lute. It's the lute that's doing that. It's a magical effect of some kind. But it was also your turn, and it's the first time we've seen or encountered your character, so go ahead and give us a description and tell us who you are.
Okay. Well, firstly, the name's not Caleb. It is Altion. He's 5'10". He is his face and body are mostly covered. You can tell he's humanoid. His mask is mostly tied around the face. It's a little bottom, but it comes up to his hairline. You can see auburn hair, but he wears a high collared trench coat with that is very long. The ends touch the ground. He has a utility belt. As I said, he has a grappling hook and tools, demolition tools, thieving tools as well. He also, on the center of his chest, looks like a disassembled lock, where the latch part of the lock has been turned upside down, and it looks like a U. And that is the character.
Fancy. We'll have art for
Mm.
these next week. Not this week,
Yes.
sadly, but we'll have them next week. Perfecto. It brings us round to the nice top of the round, being Zora. You are up. BT's on deck.
Alrighty. So our mark is. So are things like the mark still intact?
Yes. Yeah.
Because it's not overtly aggressive, right?
It's still intact. You put it on
Okay.
him when he was visible. So
So we're going to maintain that concentration on that spot.
you've got it on the creature. Remember, whenever you cast a spell that has concentration,
Mhm.
you don't have to use any action to maintain the concentration. It's just
Okay.
a given.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm not gonna do anything to kind of upset that. Let me see if. Ah, yeah. Goodberry does not require concentration. So we're gonna cast Goodberry, and we're gonna eat a nice Goodberry in these trying times as our
This
action.
Goodberry, it's an action to do, yeah?
Wait, no. Can I use a bonus action to eat the Goodberry, or no?
It's utilizing
Oh no!
an
It says
item.
I can take an action to eat one berry.
Oh, snap.
Okay then. It doesn't say it's a bonus action. All right. Well, I will procure good berries and say, would anyone like a nice good berry in this trying time as my bonus action, I guess, and end my turn.
Go ahead and give me that charisma saving throw. Let's see if you can shake off this peaceful nature.
This is a 19 plus 1. So this is
Ooh.
for a 20.
You shake
Dirty
it off.
20. Oh boy. Okay.
You no longer feel
Well.
the need to be peaceful.
Got a handful of good berries. Which anyone can come up to me and take a good berry if you feel like eating one. So
True.
I'm not gonna waste your action on that, but
There is, after you then, is BT. Schnoll's on deck.
Since he didn't move,
Should be this.
I have no action. I will delay again in case somebody comes by to attack, but otherwise, just standing there. Oh yeah, I'm not big enough.
Yeah, I just realized that. Your token wasn't big enough.
Okay, that's it.
Hokely dokely.
that changes my perspective on things.
Should. Holding your action in case anything comes up. The Schnoz, it's you. Enemies are on deck. You are. There you go.
So, knowing what I know about this sentient being, do I think I can heal it?
Which one?
The one that's dead.
Oh, that thing's not breathing.
Well, sometimes when things aren't breathing, I can still heal it.
You can give it a try.
Okay. Okay. So we're gonna go this way, up in here. And we're gonna cast Healing Word at level 1 which I have a Diddy for, but I couldn't figure out how to play it in the meantime. So you don't get to hear it. Sorry. And so that's healing word. So I roll a d4 and attempt to heal it. A cool 6.
Cool 6. You strum your lute, magic coming from. I mean, you can't see it, but it's what's happening. Heads over towards this creature, and there's a small little as it twitches on the ground, like you just gave it a shock of some kind, and doesn't get up, doesn't start breathing.
Oh, Bane's only 30 feet? Sad. Well, in that case, we're gonna run it back. Do you believe in friendship? And inspire Teffy.
Hey! Oh, I still got the inspiration token. There you go. Teffy's inspired again.
The end.
Yeehaw, brother.
Well. How? Oh. This is interesting. Taffy, in front of you, you hear. First, you feel a little wind breeze, but in front of you, you hear a. Zora, this very red-skinned humanoid creature that looks like its skin is just held to its ribs. It is super skinny. Just appears out of nowhere in front of you. This sharpened point of the tail directly in front of your face. And it looks really frustrated. Really frustrated.
Good Christ.
They are still under the effects of the piece, so they can't actually attack you this turn. They're going to both make their rolls, though, and see what happens. Nope. Who's next? Gwen.
Is it
Gwen's
me?
next. No, Gwen is. Gwen is gonna take a shot at this one that, for some reason, stopped its tail from attacking you. Himself. He tried, but then had the desire to not actually harm you and be peaceful. Boop. That's a natty 20. Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. That's also 28 points of piercing damage from a rifle. Rifles are OP, BT dubs. It's 2d10 you're rolling for damage. 28, but halved to 14. This thing is still very dead, though. As this loud crack shot comes off and slams into the head portion of this creature, with purple blood spraying outwards. Some of it may be getting on you, Maltian, in your hiding place, and the body coming nice crashing down to the ground. That's not the right button. There we go. As Gwyn yells out after shooting, "I'm sorry, but why are you trying not to kill them?"
Do you want me to respond now? Because I can if you'd like.
Sure, if you got like a few words.
Gwen, make friends, not enemies.
Okay. Cool. She will use a bonus action again to reload. A nice little ching, puts in this another shell casing and gets ready. I almost said ulti, but Teffy.
Yes. Okay, perfect. So, is the little man from the bush, is he the one who's now, like, right in front of me?
He Presumably.
Okay, cool. So I will open up one of the boxes of buns that Zeph gave us, because this boy, he looks hungry, he looks skinny. So I will take out one of the buns, and I'll say, "Oh, little man, you look so hungry. Have this. I'm sure Handel and Zormat won't mind."
Give me a persuasion
And I
check.
give him a bun. Also, I don't remember where I put my die. I know. I'm simply just an idiot. Okay.
Wait, hang on. We
And
have a
this
sound for that
one's-
now.
Hold on. Is it, bruh? Oh. And you said persuasion?
Persuasion, yeah.
Okay, and I'm going to use that inspiration again and get 17.
17. Go ahead and also give me an insight check at this point.
And
10? Okay. You're not entirely sure what it wants, but after that, after being genuine with it, and most people would just really either be bizarre, confused about the fact that you're trying to make peace at this point, but it regards the bun in your hand and then looks up at you, and its tail twitches and it makes more noises going. It's not peaceful. It genuinely does actually want to kill everything in its sight. Potentially. It's not peaceful though. You definitely know that. And it
well, all right then. If you're going to
Doesn't
be
seem-
that way about it, I put the bun back in the box.
It looks as though it's ushering at you in to do something. You didn't roll high enough on the inside though to understand fully. And you don't speak whatever language this is. Anything else with your turn? I would say you have movement and a bonus action still.
Yeah, I'm gonna get out my longsword and just kind of swing at the guy.
It's not a bonus action. That's an action to do that.
Okay.
You can get out your longsword easily, but
Then I'm gonna get out my longsword, and I'm gonna go this way. There we go. Cool.
okay.
That's me.
It unfortunately cannot take an attack of opportunity because it is under the influence of the Song of Peace. Can't deal any damages. Which is a sad day. Very sad day. Okay, that being you, Teffy. Altian, you're out. With Zora on deck.
Okay. I'm gonna rip this band-aid off early. I'm gonna throw this stick of dynamite I just prepared, light it and throw it right. Yeah.
Do you want to kill everyone around you, including that gnome?
No. Because as an action, a creature can light a stick of dynamite and throw it at a point up to 60 feet away. Each creature within 5 feet of that point must make a DC 12 dexterity saving.
Where are you
throw to
getting
take
these
3d6
stats?
plus- It's the dynamite stat. In the D&D Beyond. It is the
Okay.
dynamite stat.
We're gonna have to figure out something with that.
Are you
'cause
gonna
that-
make them more powerful?
Yeah, I'm gonna make them a
'Cause
wider
if
range.
you do
because
that, it's going
no,
to be-
just a wider range. Just a wider range, because a 10 foot or 5 feet on either side, that's not big enough for dynamite. Dynamite's a very volatile explosive. Bigger booms.
Well, that's yes and no. There's a common misconception. Movie dynamite is very fiery.
One stick
Real
of
dynamite
dynamite?
is not so fiery. It's about
Yeah.
force, not
It is
fire.
okay. So you made these yourself, right?
Yes.
Okay, we can easily
course I
then
did.
explain that as you toning it down.
If that's what you want to do. I mean, if you want to give me a dynamite, I'll say no. I'm just. That's why I was confused, because this is just the D&D rules.
We'll think about something. I'll double check into it on another time, but for now, let's just follow through with that. And how much damage did you say?
3d6.
3d6?
Okay, so any creature within 5 feet of that point must make a DC 12 dexterity saving throw, taking 3d6 bludgeoning damage on a failed save and half as much on and a successful.
Is there no roll to check of chucking?
Nope. Does not say.
Does
Do
it
you
say you
want
make
there
an
to be?
attack
We
roll?
should probably. It just says as an action, a creature can light a stick of dynamite and throw it at a point 60 feet away. Do
I'm
you
gonna
want
put-
to
I'm gonna
change?
put a
We
dex-
should have
no,
talked about
so
this before.
I mean, probably.
They do have the
but
DC
it's fine.
12,
We can do it
though.
now. I mean, it does have a DC 12.
So
yes,
it'd be like
but,
a spell, right?
yes, but
Yes,
but
yeah, I like the
chucking
idea of being able
something
to throw it.
is. I mean, I don't know about you, but I'm awful at throwing things. Most of the time, when I
Yep.
throw a baseball, it goes clear to the left. It does not go where I want it
Yo,
to go.
I've never played baseball, and I hit home runs on the daily.
Well, that's
are
On
you
the
then
day,
good for
on
you.
the day.
Good for
No,
you.
I'm just kidding.
Give me an attack roll, Ethan. Make it a ranged attack with proficiency. So Dex plus your proficiency.
Yes.
Roll a 1. Roll a 1.
16.
Please. 16. Okay, bummer. Yeah, it lands. It hits there. Dex save. So it's half damage if they succeed. So go ahead
Yeah.
and roll your 3d6.
Plus sneak attack. Do I get that?
No.
No,
You okay? First, it's a good
because
question.
I haven't
It's a
done
good
an
question.
action yet. I haven't attacked any of them yet.
It's not the first round. They have taken actions, so even if you're assassin, you don't
Oh.
get the advantage on it. There is no advantage
Oh, I
on
thought
this, so
that's
you
how that
don't
worked.
get. No, it's not. It's first round. That you act. If you act before a creature that has not acted yet, then you get the
Gotcha.
advantage. You have no advantage on this guy, so unfortunately, sneak attack is not included on this one.
Right,
he did
11.
Get a natural 20.
Okay, so
on-
half of 11 is 5.
5. Half of 5 is 2. Resistance to bludgeoning. Wait, what kind of
Okay.
damage is this?
This is. Come in
Die.
again. Bludgeoning.
Bludgeoning? Okay. We'll think more about the dynamite, and because I don't think D&D's dynamite's accurate. Why no
I
fire?
would feel like it would
Why
be
no
force damage,
I
if
feel like it would be
anything.
force
Yeah,
too.
like
We'll
force.
go through that later, and we'll just treat it like it is right now.
We'll figure
They
it out.
do have
Fire.
force fire, something that you don't want it to be fire at this point because they're actually immune to fire damage. So we're good on that.
I would
But
say.
force
I
would
would say.
go through most.
And then a pipe bomb would be part force, part piercing slash.
Pot piercing. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's.
Sorry.
One of these days, we'll go
this
and we'll
character's
make
gonna
explosions.
stick out like a sore thumb compared to everybody else in this party. I need you
Told you.
to
did
I
tell
went
you.
in a completely different direction than you guys.
This area is now very heavily damaged. And that creature that got hit, he kind of doesn't really look like he got affected by most anything in it. I mean, there's a couple of scrapes or bruises on him, but he's pretty okay. Taking a total of 2 damage, unfortunately.
Oh,
And
no,
you will all definitely see at this point this strange masked figure hiding behind one of the benches with a clear intent of helping, not hindering. Maybe.
It's clear.
bonus action.
Sure.
I need to know.
You can give me an insight check.
Okay, my bonus action still. Hold on. Adrenaline rush. Allows me to move at an incredible pace when you cast. Well, it's technically not a spell, but anyway, as a bonus action on each of your turns until this ends, you can take the dash action. So that's what I'm going to do with my next. I just use it now as a bonus. It's an
Cool.
literal adrenaline, like it's a syringe. Pink.
Takes a syringe, sticks it in his thigh, and you can. Well, you don't see the thigh region, but. Here's what happens. Let me put that on you.
Mhm.
So you know you're under the adrenaline rush action on that. We are back around, if you're not moving anywhere, to the top of the round to Zora with BT next. What was that roll there? Oh, gross.
Oh yeah, I still have move. I'll just quickly move like boop, boop, like that. And my turn.
Boop.
That's it.
Cool, cool.
That's it.
Zora, go ahead and give me BT's done one too. I'll have you do an insight check for this new creature as well. To get the intent, because he did just throw a stick of dynamite that almost hit one of your new acquaintances and your BT. You're muted.
Got a +2 on insight, so that gives me 16.
16.
Yeah.
Violent in nature, maybe. He's not looking to aim to kill either of you two, though. Actually, you know what? Ethan, Altian, why don't you tell him what a 16 does? It is a success. Treat it as a success. You're muted.
Well, my eyes aren't focused on you guys. You guys can't even see because of my mask. You guys can't even see the color of my eyes. It's just that Batman white slit, that changes form, and you can see like my brows underneath the mask. I'm focused on this guy.
So not on you guys. What do you do
So
for
is
your turns?
that,
Not on you guys, on him.
That was
is
for
that
Zara.
a success on my part?
Yes. As I said,
Okay,
treat it as a
so-
success.
Okay. Then I am going to move here 5 feet. Actually,
Oh God.
never mind. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're gonna move right here. We're gonna do a nice little diagonal aim. Did we break out of our thing last round? I don't think we did.
No,
Our
Hunter's Mark?
peaceful.
Oh,
You did.
I
You
think
did.
you rolled a net.
Okay.
20, or was that?
Yeah.
No, that was
You got a dirty 20
Yeah.
again.
trust me.
Dirty 20, yeah. Well, we're gonna change. Let's see. Actually, we're not gonna change. Are we still on? Do we still have the hunter's mark on the invisible one?
He's not invisible anymore.
This is the guy.
Ben, were you paying attention to the last round, buddy?
I am paying attention.
No.
Okay.
There's a lot to pay attention to.
He dropped invisibility when he engaged in conversation, you might say, with Teffy. I also removed them from the board when they're invisible. If they're invisible, you won't be able to see his icon. You can see his icon. He's visible.
So we're going to keep this diagonal aiming situation here. And we're gonna hit with just like a, what is it? What's my action? Favored foe?
Oh, that's another thing you add on top of. Oh, cool.
Okay, so
Yeah.
that's when I hit a creature with an attack roll. So
Yep.
we're just gonna do a normal attack roll here real quick.
Perfection.
See if we actually get it before we try to stack favorite foe on there. Oh my god. At least it's a +8. So we got a 6 + 8, so that is 14.
Ooh, that hits.
Okay. Alright, so that is going to be 1d8. Oh, we rolled a 7 on that d8 +4. So that's 11 damage
Roll
with
your
the longbow.
d6 for the hunter's mark as well.
Okay.
And then if you want to use
That's
your
d6.
favored enemy, now's the time to do it.
So we got a 5 on the d6. Man, we are getting some nice rolls here.
It's a nice 16.
So it's at the beginning of each of my turns. Okay. Well, we rolled a 1. You can't win them all. So we got a 5. What did I get on that 8? 7 + 4, 11.
11, yeah. And then plus the 1 is a total of 17 piercing.
Hmm.
Zora, how do you want to do this?
So we're gonna seeing our hunter's mark still on there, pull back, or I guess pull back ourselves first to that diagonal area, squat down, do a little keen diagonal shot here, and hit that, and then immediately following a smaller. What does that do? The hunter's mark.
It just adds more
visually?
damage. So
Okay.
it
So you just see a hit with more velocity heading towards it, and then
it basically makes your aim hit a more vital spot. It's like you being
Okay.
able to tell where the weak points are of the body whenever
so we're gonna
you've
hit
got that hunter's
right in
mark.
the shoulder blade, right in the shoulder blade. Very, very tricky spot. I don't know
There's-
if that's a weak spot on there.
For this situation, absolutely, yeah. There's the piece of dynamite that struck him in. The only spot that's been pierced through is right on the shoulder blade. You find that small little knock, pull back, and let the arrow
Synergy.
loose, and it flies and meets perfectly inside that cut, piercing very cleanly through the skin and then out the other end of it. And this creature that was flying goes and falls to the ground.
Got that corporate synergy. Slide 1, slide 2. We got the whole presentation up in here.
The whole thing. That is all of our enemies. The lot of you, when you look up, there are no more enemies anymore. Everything is goodbye, gone, dead. You look into the building itself, the inn, and you can see inside a few of the things have been shuffled around. One of the tables, maybe it's knocked over. Candles askew, a little wax on the ground in places. And this larger creature tumbling down on the inside. It's more of a tan skin and it's covered in these wrapped chains all around it. However, the other guild members have taken care of it. Everything's calm inside now, and everything's calm outside. And it's when you realize, when you look down towards the enemies where they were, probably specifically you, Schnoz, making sure that they are still maybe capable and alive, or a potential of that. There's not a body anymore. Instead, what there is this strange goo bubbling substance that is quickly dissipating and evaporating from the ground. When you look over towards the other one that just fell, it's dissipating to the same state. The skin is just peeling off and it's melting on the ground and evaporating from it.
So real quick,
Yep.
It may just be me, but I think the music is overwhelming your voice.
Yeah, it's a little loud.
Yeah, I tried to turn it down there
Sorry.
on my end.
It's just because that particular track
Mhm.
was very,
It creeped up,
very
didn't it?
drummy. It was that track. It was like just that part.
Yeah, I had to turn it down on mine too.
There we go.
Thank you for looking out. It is, however, on that point that we're going to take our break.
Oh,
shoot,
it is that
already?
time.
Oh,
Already
goodness.
is that
I
time.
like
It's
looked
already
down.
5 o'clock.
Yeah, we are going to take a. Ooh, dear. A nice
Yeah,
little
we got
break,
a
everyone.
combat done in that first half. That is
Good job. Look
that's
at that.
record time for
New
us.
characters and who dis? My butt. Unfortunately,
That's
we didn't get
called
to see BT in action
martial classes.
yet. Yeah,
Oof.
martial classes instead of spell-focused classes.
B team won't be fighting that much.
Yeah, more reacting to things.
That's when you witness the maw of the wrath of God open up.
But also didn't have that I couldn't attack with any of them. We're going to have to do some fiddling with that, Schnoz. I have some ideas already of how we're going to fiddle with it.
Okay.
So,
We're fiddling.
we're going to... I mean, most of these are homebrewed, so we're going to have to fiddle a lot. A whole lot, with quite a few of them. Like, that adrenaline thing, what did we base that off of?
Oh, I don't even remember what the
It's a
spell is.
spell, I think.
It's an artificer spell.
Yeah.
I don't remember what it is. So this is the description. Casting time 1 bonus action self concentration 10 minutes. So this spell allows you to move at an incredible pace when you cast a spell, and then as a bonus action on each of your turns until the spell ends, you can take a dash action.
Oh,
Artificer
I remember what that
rogues
was. I forgot.
fit well, like really, really well together. Actually,
It's kind of
like
broken.
it's surprising.
It's cool. Well, we will see you all in about 15 or so minutes here as we take a breaky. We'll be back. Thanks, everyone.
See you soon.
Hello there. As a guest of the Owlbear Inn, you obviously have taste. Now, as a person of taste, have you ever thought to yourself, I need to watch an artist who also has taste, with a sense of classiness and intelligence, heightened by sitting in a leather armchair before a fireplace with shelves of books behind? Neither have I. Anyways, I happen to have an art channel called Michael How Arts here on Twitch if you want to check it out. There's drawing, chatting, and sometimes gaming. If you enjoy fantastic characters and comics, or just having someone to hang out with while doing art, you should give Michael How Arts a look-see. That's twitch.tv/Michael How Arts. And if you visit, maybe, just maybe, you'll occasionally have that artist sitting in front of a fireplace to give you a +1 to the richness and culture of your Twitch experience. Though I wouldn't count on that. But please, do stop on by. Thanks for your time, and have a wonderful day.
I'm Michael Howe, and I approve this message. Oh, you don't believe me? Well, I did this, and 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 this.
Hello, everybody.
Fine
All
store.
campaign, all I wanted was to pass wisdom saving throws, and I never do.
Even with advantage?
I have advantage. I have plus. All my feats almost have all been going into that direction. No.
Oh, that's awesome.
Consent is always important.
Agreed.
You're next.
Why am
totally
I
not dead.
so bad at this game? Jeez.
Might be genetics.
Attack first. Think never. Hey, folks.
You feel a definite pulse of magical energy as you shake his hand.
You just made a deal with the devil.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Roll a will save.
There's more up there? We have to... I fucking hate this level.
We could have been playing Valheim. Dog, dog, dog. Save me, save me. Where are you? Get in front of me. Get in front of me. Get in front of me.
I'm coming. I was marking the cave.
Dogs. How do I stand up? Ah! Get the dog. Help.
Hello, folks.
There. Apparently, I can't remember your name at all.
Who's Ingrid?
You.
You.
Me?
Irving.
Oh.
Yes, because I can't forget. Wow. Why am I having such a hard freaking time with names today?
You called me Murphy twice before
Yeah.
we even started.
Shut up, Melvin. I'm working here.
Alrighty, naked.
That's
a good drawing, right?
Damn right, Zach, that's
Really
good.
good. Oh my gosh. Love it.
Thank you.
Wow.
With someone. Wait, you just said they had a book.
That being
Yes.
said, we will.
Yes.
And then you emphasized that there is a book.
Hey, way to catch on to that like a minute and a half late. There's books, there's diaries, there's maps.
Wait, there's a book? We have not been consistent with this at all, have we?
No.
I'm not even gonna try and pronounce most of those. Wow.
Yeah, they had a sale on apostrophes that day.
Hello, everybody.
I don't know what's really going on. Hi!
We have you on speakerphone.
I was just gonna say, this is one hell of a collect call, man. I didn't know he knew infallible relay.
Does anyone know what the rates are? I don't have that much gold.
Did you know back in the old days, in the medieval times, they used to put lanterns, hang lanterns out on front of horses to help them navigate during nighttime?
Oh.
It was the first recorded instance of satellite navigation.
I enjoyed the live action The Avatar movie.
Oh, baby Baba Luba.
And burble as it came.
No!
Can I get a oh yeah?
Oh yeah!
Oh yeah!
If you're only to be addressed as you as your own person, what do I do if there's like a whole bunch of y'all?
You may use titles as, I would say, the trolls. You may use the consequences if
Okay.
you would like.
So y'all is off the table.
Y'all is an abomination.
A whole bunch of y'all.
Too late.
That's when you guys look over and see what once was Jitters descend slowly onto the ground, trampling towards you as its head from top to about past the sternum splits like that into a toothy maw that is its whole body. Rawr. Hello and welcome to Hate, Laugh, Love.
Everybody knows if it's green and it's slime,
You went that
it's booger time.
The show where we talk about movies.
He starts hopping on the way, and when you look back, there's Handor and Grace. Grace looking just frowning perpetually, and Handor just smiling ever so gracefully. And Finestorm, you see on their lips, Handor say, "You think they'll make it?" And Grace go, "Not a chance." we are back in our wonderful setting of Palius at the top shelf, almost. It kind of is. There's a side shelf that's a little higher, but that's where Cinder's fuel is. The window is shattered in front of your wonderful guild location. There are a lot of people inside who are few poking their head and looking on the outside to check and seeing the puddles. One of the halflings turns and goes, "Looks like they've been taken care of by a bunch of fun people outside."
Fun.
What do you all do? I leave it to you.
That
I look
was
sadly.
very
We're
disappointing.
fun.
These were sentient beings.
I look sadly at the puddle of gloop that was the one I was trying to befriend.
Well, you
And they
could
just-
call them that.
And who
I'm
are
sorry.
you, individual?
What?
With the explosives?
The fifth of your group, apparently.
2, 3, 4, 5.
If he tries to count.
The door to the guild opens up, and this 6'8", broader than what you would be used to, elf comes walking out with this long hair pointed. He looks like an elf. He looks at the puddles and looks up at you all. "Schnoz, Turfy, I didn't think you for the violent types because of your situations.
I did my best, Julian.
Well, thankfully your best failed. No offense, Schnoz. These creatures are not things you want to be having around."
In
What's
fairness,
wrong?
Julian, none of my new friends were injured.
Well, that is a very good thing. How did you manage that?
I have a song of peace that I like to sing to convince people not to fight. And it seemed like it seemed to work on these poor creatures here, but unfortunately not on my companions.
I
Oh,
will
it
change
worked.
that tone and say fortunately. Interesting. Well, looks like the two of you have been busy in getting your friends. Who are they?
This is Zara, a wonderful friend. Big Tin, also a wonderful friend. And then that's Gwen back there, a friend.
Oh.
This person throws explosives, and I don't know who they are.
Are you paying for that? He points at the damage from the explosive on the ground right by the fountain.
No.
It's fine. If you're joining the guild, then I'll just make you prepare it yourself. Big Tin, do you say? He walks up to you. Big Tin leans down a bit and regards you. Which one of you does this belong to?
I raise my hand. I think they belong to themselves, rather, but
To
I
themselves?
spoke something
Big
that
Ten is a
causes
sentient
them
being.
to protect me.
Sentient
yeah.
being? Oh, you've got my
As far as
interest.
belonging.
The steel predators are not sentient. They are constructs of kinds. They don't have a conscience inside them.
Try talking to this one.
You can always try talking to things, but if they don't talk back, it won't be a conversation.
Have one.
What would you like me to say?
Ooh, I am intrigued even more. Please, come in. Let's go to the office. If you have your full group, then I can establish you as a guild group, if that's what you're all here for, and I would be very keen on looking into you a little bit more. And yes, having a
Well-
conversation in the future.
Perhaps, and I think Zara and Teffy would agree. We should know who this person is before we go into an office with them.
I also agree with that agreement.
Well,
Yes, explosives thrower. Tell us about yourself. What's your name and where'd you come from?
Well, very quickly, hold on. I have to switch over to my
Regular voice. What was that starting town again, Murray?
Zellum.
Zellum. Yes, I knew it. Okay.
Zellum is where I'm from. Philip is what you can call me.
Caleb. Zellum.
So call
Hey,
you
buddy,
Caleb
I'm gonna
from
need
Zellum.
I'm gonna need a bit more information before I enter some sort of legally binding contract with you. What you're doing here? What's the goal? Snores, you usually ask these questions.
Yeah, what are your hopes and dreams?
Julian just
What are your
folds his
hopes and
arms.
dreams?
All I know is I was told to come here, find you, join up with the guild.
Okay, so a couple of follow questions. Who told you? And who were you supposed to find?
Well, that's something that we should discuss ourselves, I think.
Maybe not in the open is what he might be getting at there. Proprietary information, not for public ears.
Yeah.
Snozboop would like to roll to see if this new individual is being deceptive and wants to harm us.
Yeah, sure, go for it.
Was that
Caleb?
insight?
You can give me. It's going to be insight for you. You can give me a persuasion or a deception on which either one it's going to be. Don't tell anyone except for me. And what was your roll, Snores?
That's a 19.
19. Ooh, that's pretty good.
Ouch.
Waiting for it. Hey,
I know, sorry.
You can always go check out our Discord, where places are cool. And don't forget to follow and subscribe. All that loveliness. Hi, yikes.
Yeah, it was not a good one.
That's a roof. Right. He's telling the truth. I mean, everything he said was truthful. And it's not... I would go as far as to say that with how badly that roll was and how good yours was, there is definitely violent intent inside this being, but none of it is towards the people here.
Okay. And so just be clear, he said his name was Caleb?
Caleb.
Caleb?
Yeah.
Caleb? Okay, cool.
I need a spelling, please.
Look at the stream.
Looks like it's in the stream. Kelob. Okay. Well, I think that is perhaps good enough for the now. Julian, would you like to lead us to your office?
Yes, absolutely. He turns around. Oh, that just won't do. Pulls a lengthy stick with these weird twines, figurations coming around it. It's a wand. Waves at the glass that's been broken outwards, and it starts to twitch and shake on the ground and then fly back towards the window, repairing itself and putting itself back together. There we are. Can't be having this place anything less than pristine. If you're joining the guild, Caleb, you will be repairing that by your own hands. You can see Pibble for materials for it. Right this way.
Oh, we know that guy. What a friendly little guy.
Oh, yes, Pibble, he's a very good man. Well, Grung, technically. But he is male in nature, I think. I'm not entirely sure. Their species can change if they like, depending on needs. Opens the door, and the figure that you saw that was getting taken down inside is also turned into a big pile of mush on the inside of it. And there's a bunch of other people here who are cleaning it up. You don't see any sign of silence for Schnorz and Teffy. There's no strange being of his kind here. There is, over in one of the tables, this long table with a bunch of plates that have food, that has a lot of food on it. Looks as though the guild was in the process of eating their morning breakfasts. One of them is sitting down. He's got this cloak up and a bandolier with various different kinds of vials full of liquid, and this long beaked mask on the front of him. He very much looks like the Plague Doctor. There are also two small halflings who are gathering with themselves. One of them, you tell, is the one that had poked his head out and said, looks like the other ones have been taken care of. The one that talked, he's wearing a fedora and a nice little, looks like a business suit of some sort. The other one is wearing a lovely sundress with pearls and other kinds, and she looks just as eager in examining you all and taking in your full look. There are also 3 other people who are keeping to their own area. One of them has his eyes closed and long, bushy grey eyebrows, the whiskery mustache and patches of hair on his bearded area. Looks like he can't grow a full beard, but it might be due to his age. He looks maybe, according to whatever race he is, maybe about as old as Schnoz. The other 2, though, are much younger, have a very similar look about themselves to the older one. They're all wearing, everyone in here has the insignia of the guild, making them all guild members. But they're more keeping to themselves, to their plate of what looks to be very strange food, like maybe trash, almost. There are another... Oh no, they wouldn't see them. There is a human, a gnome, a white dragonborn, and a minotaur. And they're the ones cleaning up the mess. Julian steps in like, new friends, everyone. Why don't you, at the end of this, when we're done, stick around to introduce yourselves to our people. They're going to be joining as our group of 5. Everyone kind of looks up, looks at you all, just waves and general greetings of, well...
Bro,
as he starts.
Snozboop continues walking with Julian, but says, oh, hello, I'm Snozboop.
Did I fit?
You do, yeah. Double door.
Okay.
You can fit. Most of them, by the time you're saying that, Schnoz, are not looking at you anymore. They're looking at the steel predator walking in with you. When you get to the stairs leading up, Julian turns around and like, up, BT. Can you climb?
Sure.
The stairs might not support your weight. Now, my door is big enough for you to fit in, and my office is big enough for everyone. We could always experiment and see if the stairs can take your weight. Or you could climb.
What is the other way up?
Oh, you just climb. When you look up and where he points, the stairs lead, first off, up back towards the door, and then curve around to lead onto a second level that is open in the first portion of with just a railing over. There's enough space on either side for you to be able to get up there, and it's only about 10 feet up.
Okay, jump.
With a mirthful leap upwards, you land on the other side with a big...
Does the floor hold?
It holds, yeah. You can feel the bow and ebb of the wood, but it's more of the sponge of the wood to it. Right underneath it, you can tell there's nothing but pure rock. So it holds. When you pull your feet away, there's a small little impression from where you landed. Well, he's already up there. Doctor, if you don't mind helping the Palius pals take care of this. The one with the brimmed beak mask stands up, and without saying a word, just steps over and starts helping. Julian climbs up the stairs. And if you all follow, he will open up his door, which when you walk up to it, the door seems to grow in size. At first, it's not big enough, but when you start going in for the intent to go in, it grows. Big enough for you to enter in. And just inside, there's bookshelves with a bunch of different books all around, and magical floating lights just inside the entrance area of it, floating maybe about 15 feet up. He takes a seat on the other side of his desk, sits down. Please, 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 make yourselves comfortable.
Snowswoop is going to whisper over to Teffy and say, it is a regrettable situation what happened outside, but did you perhaps gather some of that goo I found? I thought that it would be helpful to you.
I did not get any of the goo, unfortunately. Julian came out and I didn't think it would be appropriate to take scrapings of a corpse.
Shame.
We're trying to make a good impression and join the guild, right?
Yeah, waste all around. Shame.
I forgot that I do need to take samples of things.
Yeah, you do. It's part of being a gene warrior. Julian said, I'm terribly sorry about that interruption. I didn't expect something like that. Regardless, I mean, you took care of it very nicely. Thank you very much. And unfortunately, Schnorrs, those were things that needed to be eliminated. They may be sentient, but they are nothing but violent in nature. And there's no getting through to them, unfortunately.
I even offered him a biscuit, a bun. I need to take Handel and Zormat these buns after this. Don't let me forget, Snoz.
Yes, so true, so true.
We're not sure what they are, to answer your question. But they're a thing we have to contend with from some time to time.
Do you know anything about them, Julian?
Aside from the fact that their sting really hurts. And they usually come in with something bigger, a lot stronger to take care of. We killed that one inside, though. They're violent. I don't actually want peace of any kind. I've tried negotiating with one a few times now, and it's only ever tried to kill me. They also speak a language we don't understand.
Communication is key to peace.
Not sure if they do speak our common. Makes it a little difficult. And unfortunately, we can't speak to one long enough for it to actually get a feel on what they are saying. Regardless of the incidents, welcome to Palius. And welcome to the guild. This is a peculiar situation. Your steel predator here is sentient and speaks according to you, which would make it viable to be a member. However, I suggest that we don't mention that. Make it appear to be what it is, a predator that follows you and is not a being. That way we can still count you off as a 5-man group. Or, excuse me, 5-person group.
I concur. I think that would be best.
Would that be insulting to Big Tin? Big Tin?
Shh.
What is the difference?
To be seen as a non-being could be seen as an insult of some kind.
This is like the instance when the dad is like, yeah, we have 2 kids 12 and under, and one of them's like, nah, I'm 13. And it's like, shh. Shh.
I see no difference.
Oh, very well. If Big Ten is not insulted, that sounds like a clever deception.
Very well, I'll make that as a paperwork. Right. Speaking of paperwork.
But Now that we are in your office, perhaps our new friend Calab here could tell us about his hopes and dreams.
Ah, yes. A little more information might be nice.
Yellow, right?
Well, my employer, I guess, sent me here to find you four, help you out with whatever you needed, and in the end, you'd help me out with what I needed. That's what he said.
Your employer? I don't suppose you have a name for us.
Didn't give it to me.
You are employed by someone whose name you don't know.
Are they paying you?
In a way, yes. With an opportunity. But they had something on me, so...
Club, if you
couldn't really
need
say no.
a friend to assist you in escaping of a slavery-type situation, I am your gnome.
That's not what this is.
It does sound like blackmail to me.
Sounds like a cult to me.
A bit.
Well,
either way, it doesn't matter.
The guild is the location to go if you're in a sticky situation. Once joined, your fellow members, more like family members at that point, will look after you. They'll take care of the situation, or help you at the very least, in whatever ways you need. If you're wanting out of this deal, then you just need to ask.
We'll see how it plays out.
You said that you were sent to help us with what we needed, and that in return help you with what you need. What is it that you need?
Excellent question, Debbie. Excellent question.
I do a little fist bump, little tiny secret handshake high.
The size difference. It's more you just making your fist and Schnorr's punching up.
Wahoo!
Wahoo!
Mushrooms.
I come from the Grantina Senate. It's not a great place to grow up. And it needs to change. All of it. There may be an opportunity to do so.
Are you suggesting a coup then?
Everyone give me an insight check. So, so everyone give me an insight check. The only person who's got a high enough passive would be Caleb. If you succeed on the roll, I'll give you more information. If you fail, you still technically succeed. So, roll, and let me know what it is. 3 from Teffy. Okay, 10 from Schnorz?
Yeah, let's just go with passive. That one failed.
Well, what did you roll? What did you roll?
I rolled a 15, and for inside it'd be 16.
16? Okay. Zora?
It's a 14.
14. Big 10. You're muted.
9.
9. Ooh. Yeah, we're gonna have to go just your passive, unfortunately. Guildmaster, of course, he's a little bit more experienced, perhaps, in keeping his face. Caleb, though, when you mentioned the whole there needs to be a change, there is a slight flicker inside his eyes, as though you got a bit more of his attention. I would agree that the Grantina Senate needs to change. However, I would not agree that that's our position to take action in.
Doesn't have to be yours. It's mine.
That is exactly my point. As long as you don't expect me to do anything to help you out with that, and you do things on your own side. If you do anything, make sure that you do not wear the insignia of our guild. To make sure that you are doing it outside of our privy of authority. ultimately, in the end of it, I really don't care what you all do. As long as you serve the guild and do your job for the guild.
Deal.
I'm in. I've had worse employers.
Let's go.
Just for some clarity, as far as employment, there's usually a give and take, if you will, financially speaking.
Oh, yes, yes. Well, when you join a guild, you're immediately going to be in the starting tier of things, which are, to be honest, not entirely that well paid. But you quickly, very quickly rise up in tiers. The higher tier you are, the more lucrative missions, or contracts, actually, as they are called, that we can give you. For now, though, the contracts available are a bit smaller, and they're only in Balashtar. The smaller, lower guild members are only allowed to travel within their home country, of the guild, that is. Because I can tell already, many of you are not Balashtarans. And by many,
What gave
I
that
mean
away?
your clothes.
Oh, well. It's gonna go more with our demeanor, but I guess our clothes.
Well, I don't know you that well yet.
Oh. That's wise.
Higher tier you get, more pay you get, more fun you have, and more dangerous the missions can be. Or contracts can be. It's kind of 6 to 1, half a dozen the other, and which terminology you use in that.
And to begin with, what kind of contracts might be expected?
We can certainly talk about that. He puts forward a bunch of papers. Once you've signed.
Let me have a look-see. And Snozboop puts on his fake reading glasses that he doesn't actually have, and very meticulously reads through this contract.
Oh.
It's a... give me an investigation check.
Taffy would also like to be reading over his shoulder.
Okay, yeah, also give me an investigation check.
And
That
I
is a
would like to
natty
be reading.
20.
No, I'm just kidding.
That's a nat 20 to bring it up to a 23.
Oh boy, okay.
12.
12? Schnoz, it's a standard contract. Teffy, it's a standard contract. But you get a lot more information out of it than what you might. There's other aspects to it that he didn't... Well, what's up, Caleb?
Passive investigation of 24.
Okay, passive, they just got handed a contract.
Okay, that's it?
That's what your passive gets you. Passive will notice things. It won't get the fine details of things. While they're going over it, you'll get more information
That's
from
perception.
it.
Perception would be noticing, sorry.
Okay, now that's a fair point. That's a fair point. You'll get a few of the details. I'll give you that. But I don't want any just passive, because that's kind of bull. Passives work like bull that way. I want rolls.
Gotcha.
Yeah. But good looking out for that. At the end of it, you'll get more of what Teffy gets, because there is going to be a little bit of time as they read this. The contract does go into other aspects of it. If you're a developed group, a larger one, and people know more about you, you can get contracts by name. People can request your group to fulfill a contract. Those ones typically pay very well. The higher end of contracts, you're looking at somewhere in between 30,000 gold to 80,000 gold, which is a ton of money. A ton of money. The lower end, 300 to 500. And that's going to be split between the group. To be split between the group. Let's make the English a bit more direct with that. However, it's that's the lowest tier. And they're usually not that dangerous. Once you become more known and become more popular amongst Styrodines or other people around, the pay rate and your contract requests increases greatly. You would also get that there is an expectation that guild members give back to the city as well. And by giving back there means doing just civic duties. Going around doing some basic repairs. And you don't have to do much, just the occasional guild work day, where guild members are expected to go out into the city and help them out in things. In the same way, the
It's
city
like a corporate
gives back to the
volunteer
guild.
day.
Kind of, yeah. Kind of like a corporate volunteer day.
Hmm.
The city will also give back to the guild. The guild acts as a strong protecting and protection aspect to the city. They also act as a strong encourager for other people to come by, as what you would know and understand as just player knowledge and character knowledge. The Monumental Six, people will go to those cities to visit and see the guild. Just for that, and to maybe meet some of the guild members. If you do well enough in Palius, Palius will grow from this small little town to being a city again. There is an aspect of this campaign where all of you can actually affect the rate of the city and the wealth of the city. Altogether, there's also free reign of going around continents. It's a lot more if you have a guild signia. It's basically a great. You're a guild member. You're allowed to be here, especially if you're on a contract. Whereas some other places might shun away, like Vezuth. Taffy would be very aware of this. Vezuth cities, they don't allow people in. There's no tourists. You're only allowed in if you have a letter of purpose. Except if you're from Grantina. They hate people from Grantina. They despise them with a passion. Now, in that case, if you have a letter of purpose and you're part of a guild, you're still going to be escorted around the city. There still will be guards on you. Because they don't trust Grantina. Because Grantina still trades with the Savoth Dominion. Weapons of warfare and all that terribleness. What you would definitely get, though, Teffy and Caleb, at this point, it's a good contract. It's worth it. If you do this, you will be richer than most commoners. Far richer than most commoners. Given that most commoners only see 35 gold a year, you seeing even 300 on a single contract gets you a lot of money. Also, your travel expenses are paid for by guild if you're on a contract. Any other questions, though?
Does it stipulate time period?
Time period for completing contracts?
No, as far as can we just leave the guild? Do we have to stay with it for a certain amount of time?
It's like an at-will contract. The guild can at point dismiss you, and you can at point dismiss yourself from the guild if you would like, as long as you are not on a contract when you do so.
Okay. Well, Snazboop will look to Zara and say, "This seems like a good contract. What do you think, Zara?"
Zara, Ben, that's you. You're muted. You had that
line again.
1,000-eye stare.
I was trying to figure out if Stitch's model blinked, and it seemed
Oh
like
my
every time I
gosh.
blinked, I think they blinked.
Yes, it does blink.
Yes, but it seemed like every time I blinked, I'm like, wait a minute, did they blink? I think I blinked when they blinked.
So to reiterate, Zara, what do you think about
Yes.
this contract?
Why is it that I stopped
give
paying
up.
attention to 10 seconds before anything that, like, I am laser focused until
quite
like
spacey,
right
aren't you?
before. No. Well,
No,
I
you're-
mean by nature, but
That was in character.
yes. Maybe Zara is a little spacey. Let's throw that in there.
Gwyn
She's
just raises her
angry
hand and goes,
spacey.
just a little bit. Just a little.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit spacey today.
Okay,
Well,
what was that question again, Peter?
What do you think of this contract? Looks good to me.
I'm thinking this whole deciding that we hate Grantina. What do we think about that?
that was not in character. That was table talk.
Oh, that was table talk?
That was table talk.
Hmm.
That was me clarifying
Okay.
an aspect of being allowed in places. That's not in the contract.
That was a bad note then.
It is an accurate thing to say, but not in the contract.
All right, so let me rephrase this. So, what is our opinion on Grantina?
Well, if you're asking my opinion, I would say that another place filled with potential friends who need peace in their lives.
I agree.
That's
definitely one way of putting it. I like.
That's certainly
Julian
an
looks at you
opinion.
as well.
Yeah. That's an opinion.
Depends on where you
The
go.
entirety of the social system is built
Ah,
upon
yes.
burying the lower
Okay.
class.
After remembering, aka going through our notes, I, Zara, think it wise that we also decide not to deal with Grantina. I think this guild is one of high astute esteem, and this is almost exactly a Witcher song. This
almost
what's playing right now. I'm like, oh my gosh.
Well then, let's sign on the dotted line, as they say.
Yes, let's.
Just a heads up, Zara. I'm from Grantina.
I was very careful about what I said.
Yes,
Not
you're
that
right.
I care.
Yeah, neither do I. And if anything, I actually fully agree with Caleb in the statement that the things need to be taken care of. I won't go further into that lest I get into
As
some
someone
political
who
problems
lived
myself.
in Pueblo, Colorado for 10 years, I feel like I can say things about Grantina. That's my 2 cents.
Gwyn, seeing Schnorr's sign up, and go, well, I'm absolutely happy to. Walks forward and signs as well.
Effie pulls out her own pen to sign the contract.
Your own, like, quill with an ink reservoir on the inside.
Yep.
Pulling that out, signing. If you would like, we can have BT sign one as well. Just for
Yes.
That
Give
seems
him
for the best.
Put some ink on that big boy's paw. That was not in my character voice. I just got excited.
Why?
Giant paw print on a contract. Because it's fun.
Do I get any of the benefits?
Oh,
We say yes.
Seems like you should be paid.
We get a legally valid contract with a kitty cat paw print on it. Why would we not?
Looks like a cat. Definitely not a cat. There is a chance I could try to tell the Monumental Six that your group needs more gratuity to it, given the fact that you are part of it. It's not every day you have a steel predator on the side of a team, although now that I'm looking at you, you're a bit of a different design. It definitely
And
can't
about my
hurt.
payment, I say as I pick up the pen. I only want quarter payment. The rest in supplies.
You can arrange those things with Pibbles Nibbles and Cinder and Alan. They run the shops. If you give them what you need and let them know what they can do or what they might be able to do for you, we can definitely take just quarter of your payment and give it to you, and the rest to whomever you tell us to give it to.
Perfect.
Scribble, 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 scribble.
Have we already done our scribble?
I think you said you signed, yeah.
Yeah.
Gwyn has signed. Well, what I suggest you do for the rest of the day is travel as a group and go introduce yourselves to the people of the city. You'll need to be very well acquainted with all of them. And by very well, I just mean acquainted. Start with Cinder in the top. Few of you have already met him. Then it pays to start with the grumpy one.
Just has walls is all.
Did they have me sign?
If you'd like to, yeah, you can.
If there's a benefit to it.
There is, yeah. There will
Okay.
be. I'll tell you that as a
I'll sign.
lawkeeper here, definitely. Big paw print on.
But I want a patch.
Ooh.
Patch.
He takes out this lapel. Where can we put this on you? Ah, you know what? Come back at the end of the solo. I'll have a bit more something appropriate that we can put on you. But we can certainly do that. For the rest of you, standard is a lapel for your collar. If there's something else you would like arranged, you would just let me know. As he pushes
Actually-
forward 5 lapels.
We don't have to wear these at all times, do we?
You
Just
don't
when
have
we're
to.
on official guild business. All right.
Unofficial, yes, but you'll be surprised in what having a guild seal on you does, and what places it gets you into. There's a bit more clout in being known as part of a guild.
All right.
Snozboost takes his, puts it on his lapel.
Teffy does that as well, and in doing so nudges the little grass bee that Snozboot had made, and it just crumbles because it's been a few days and it's just dust now.
Aw.
And I just kind of pout for a second.
Julian pulls another wand out of his sleeve and flicks it, and it comes back together in the same shape, and fresh as well.
Now that's very cool.
Perks of being part of a guild.
Well, very good. To Cinders, then. I've been there. I will show
Perhaps
you
meet
the way.
everyone outside first. Your other fellow guild members. I was hasty in saying Cinder first. They're closer, so it should be easier.
Well said, Julian. Well said.
Well, don't let me
Snozboot goes
keep you.
downstairs.
Plus, you have lovely buns to give them. You,
Yes, no, we should probably find Handel and Zormat. See how they're settling in.
they're in the kitchen.
Yes. Very good.
Oh, and before you leave, Snores with your hand on the door, he says, be thinking of a group name.
The Very Good Friends.
While I don't
VGF.
disagree, I don't think it has quite a nice ring to it.
Just
Something
just
you
the
can
first
think
step in the brainstorm.
I'm going to enjoy working with you all.
I'm of the belief that names come natural.
Says the player. You twist the doorknob, Snores, and open it, and you see nothing but blackness with this straight white mask sitting about 6 feet above. You and
hello.
Teffy would recognize this to be Silence.
Hello, Silence.
Silence?
The mask tilts, and then the shadow just seems to creep around and ebb and flow just around you, ending up right next to Julian. Now, if you don't mind, I have some official business.
Well, very good. Snozboot's gonna go downstairs, meet the first person he sees.
Okay.
Jump.
Another little indent. And if you all follow,
Which we do.
the first person you would see is those 2 halflings. The one in a nice fine dress and pearls around her neck, and the guy in the fedora and suit. They both have lapels on. and the one sees you land. Well, I do believe we're gonna have to be getting some kind of repairs here. Especially if you're gonna be making big indents like that. I see you've all signed on. We're the Bonsons. I'm Bonnie, this is Clyde.
Bonnie Bonson. I'm Snazboop of Clan McSnoogan.
Pleasure to meet you. And the rest of you?
This should be funny because I still have ink on my paw.
I am Zara Vintool of Nunya Island.
Oh gosh. Zara.
Yes.
And the tall, fancy, earthen-looking one?
Teflesa Catan.
Teflesa. And you, interesting masked one?
Caleb.
Caleb. Well, I do hope you will find a nice introduction to our lovely family here. Welcome to the Three Watchers. If you have any questions about the city and the layabouts, make sure you ask some other people. We're not from here normally, and we can't give you all the information. But you certainly can get more answers out of the Palius pals. They've grown up in this town.
With a name like that, I'd certainly expect they had.
One might.
Are they actually pals?
They're quite chummy with each other on a regular basis. I would assume that yes, they are.
Appearances can be deceiving.
They certainly can.
Would it be obvious based upon how they look on whether these people are related or if there's some kind of couple or...
Two in front of you?
Yeah.
Bonnie and Clyde? Yeah, they're wearing wedding rings, wedding bands. So you'd get the sense that they are together. Not related as family, but married.
Cool.
They could be co-workers that are married.
Co-workers that are...
Outside of work.
What?
Just co-workers who both happen to have wedding bands. They're not married to each other.
They're a little chummy with each other. I'll give you that as well. And by chummy, I mean Clyde's been more... She's been, like, stroking Bonnie's back every now and then, we'll say.
As long as we've seen someone slap another's ass, we know we're good.
Language.
Ooh, let me.
Just goes flying away. Well, if you would like... Wait, no, Bonnie's the female, Clyde is the male. Got that the wrong way around, sorry.
I wasn't confused.
I was.
I was just accepting it, but anyway.
Hey, I'm glad you all just accepted it. Now, from what I can see here, you've got the blind mice over there, Palius pals, haven't finished cleaning things up there. The willows were here a moment ago, but I can't find them anymore. And over there is Doctor. And we have two new cooks inside the kitchen as well. Though
they're friends of Teffy and mine.
I was about to say that. I think they came in with you.
Yes, indeed. And we actually need to take them something. Can you point us in the direction of the kitchens, please?
The kitchens are right there.
Were any
fresh
of
are these buns even at this point?
They're still pretty damn fresh. It's only been
good.
like 15 minutes.
Like a half
maybe.
hour.
Okay, good.
Yeah. Zeph had us bring these buns up. Were any of these for you, perchance?
Do you show him the box?
Yeah.
Yes.
Open it up. How many members are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. That number's 160. 6 through 180 for me. Clyde looks in, and why, yes, actually, this one is. Reaches his hand in and grabs one, and this one's for Barney. Grabs another. Thank you very much, Snarsboo.
Of course, of course. Which way is the kitchen?
It's right over there, as I've just told your
pointed
friend
it to
Teddy.
us.
Oh, thank you. Old age has its problems.
I wouldn't know yet.
But then again, it also has its delights. Sometimes I forget bad things. Snozpoop's gonna go to the kitchen with the buns.
Teffy's gonna kind of walk behind him closely, kind of ushering just out of that conversation.
Well, they are two very fine and interesting individuals. And you are? I'm Gwyn. Pleasure to meet you. That's a fine device you have on your back. Made it myself. Well, you might be interested in meeting Joan Farfield, then. She's the one sitting right over there, part of the Palius pals. Look over, and there's another one who also has a very long-necked rifle. And it looks like there's a magnifying glass on the top of it. She's messing around and cleaning some pieces. Gwyn, oh, definitely. Just walks right past and goes straight up. Hello, I'm Gwyn. And sits down at that table and starts talking. Well, the other three of you, my wife and I, are gonna be about our business now. If you be needing us, we'll be around for the day. We'll be leaving tomorrow on a contract. It is a pleasure to be having the final members of our group and our family. He steps and starts walking away. Well,
Family, eh?
Teffy and Schnorrs are heading to the kitchen. What are the other three doing?
I'm going to investigate where these quarters might be. Some living quarters.
Okay. There's not much on the first
Wherever
floor.
Zara goes.
Perfect. Yeah, there's not there's not much on the first floor. I mean, it's a dining area. There's a fire pit. I have a map for it, but I don't want to show you all until I get your proper tokens in. Because dynamic lighting, there are aspects of it that you shouldn't see. But there's a latrine over on one side area. There's a fireplace with what looks to be small tables with hookah devices set up and ready for people whenever they should ever want to partake in that. A big long table with enough chairs for everyone. A couple of standing tables. A kitchen with a serving window and a bar area where you can go and get your drinks. That's all on the first floor. The second floor, where you would find Zora, and BT you would have to jump up again, leaving more indents. The second floor, there's the
I
office.
don't care about that.
I know you don't. There's the office door for Julian's office, and then around the corner there's a door in front of you, and when you look in, it looks to be the brewing room and like general supply of sorts. There's also a hallway that when you look down, there's a room at the end of it that's maybe flickering lights. When you poke your head in, there's just a small altar to Olia the Gracious in there. A small one. It's basic enough for people to pay respects or do what they want to do, should they care to. There's also a small library up there, just kind of connected to the small altar area. It's not too big, but it's got probably more books than you've ever seen in your entire life, Zara.
Okay, so because our original quest was we're looking for Julian and Palius. So maybe we might look up some information on Palius in this library?
You can, but let me finish describing things so you know where the rooms are, which was the original.
Okay. Yes, that was the first one, yes.
Let me finish that and then we'll get back to the library thought. You go up to the third floor, and that T portion of it that goes all the way across looks to be nothing but a bunch of rooms. Walking around, a few of them are locked. as in they've already been taken by other members. But down at one end, you find enough rooms for all of you to go in. They're modest rooms, and there's nothing too special about them. It's more of a place that you might be able to change yourself and move around.
Individual rooms? We have our own room?
Yes, individual rooms. There are a few available with one bed, a few available with two beds. Should you care to have a roommate?
We'll try and scope one out that has one bed.
You find one easy enough.
Okay. Yeah. And we'll...
Teffy will find the one with the best lighting. Wait, no, Teffy's in the kitchen.
We'll get to you in a moment. Yeah, you're in the kitchen. Yeah.
Can I follow?
We're gonna. Is there enough room in this single bedroom?
Okay.
Is there enough room?
Yes.
If not, we'll.
So there's a peculiarity to this place. BT, whenever you walk around, it does seem as though it's not enough space for you, but things warp around. And for you Zora, it's maybe a little confusing. But for you, BT, there are things whirring in your head that are telling you enchantment, enchantment, enchantment. This whole building is enchanted. The doorway at first is not big enough for you to go in, but when you get up to it, it grows just enough for you to get in. You also notice... It's got cat doors, yeah. You would also notice that the Minotaur you saw downstairs, he's definitely too big to fit through any of these doors. But he does.
Okay.
This is probably the only place you're going to find this.
Yeah.
Julian's done some work. Well, that's you. That'll take you probably 15 to 20 minutes, and then we'll go around to you doing a search in the library. Give me an investigation, and I'll come back around to it.
16 plus 2, so that's 18.
18? Okay, cool. Teffy and Schnorrs. You two going down to the kitchen. Your Handel and Zoramat? Is that what I called them?
Zormat.
Zormat, thank you. That's right, I have to Handel and Mozart.
Mozart.
Yeah. They're both busy working away, cleaning pots after the morning cooking, and the one Handel looks at you and, yes, thank you. Hello. Did you get food? We are just putting away.
We didn't have any of what you had made, but we stopped at a place
Let me make you plate.
called...
No, let me make you plate.
No.
I will.
No, darling,
It's no problem. It's no problem. It's.
I accept.
Yep.
Okay, feed him.
Put it together.
We brought food for you. We had breakfast at Taste My Buns.
Yeah,
and
here's
that
some
chap
buns.
Zeph, he sent us with some buns to bring you.
I'm enjoying the city. I like town. I like the place. You.
Good.
Thank you. Sorry for trying to kill you again.
Of course, my friend.
It was his brother. It's all right. Forgive and forget.
The blood be blood. And he hands Schnorrs the plate, and then takes the box and... yes. Morning deliveries of bread. It's for entire room outside. I'll take care of. Thank you, Teffy, for bringing. And Zormat is she's a female, and she's cleaning a lot of the pots in the background right now. Handel he looks to be one of those larger brutish. Yeah, I've already explained this to you two, but it's more for everyone else. When you look at the two of them, you would definitely be able to tell that at one point they were bandits. Maybe in their very recent history, they were bandits. And it's because they were. Schnorrs and Teffy convinced them to join the city instead of being bandits. And he starts walking, he takes those and explains to you how everything's going, and it's going great. They've already gotten a bit of a rapport with the other places, and are working to get the kitchen into a nice working state. For you, Caleb, you left kind of standing there when everyone else leaves. Do you go any direction?
I'm of two minds, right? One mind tells me to go off and do my own thing because I'm the only rogue of the group. The other mind tells me to go
Where's
for
your
the
mic?
joke.
Sorry. You
it's
moved away.
It's so far away. I was chilling while everyone was doing their stuff. All right. What am I gonna do? Okay,
I'll save you.
I'm gonna go for the joke. No, I'm gonna go for the joke because everyone's being lighthearted this episode. Try not to cramp the style. While Ben and Mike are off doing their stuff, I want to say that Ben, Zara, at one point, you're like, hey, where's that one guy? And as you turn around, I'm like literally there in front of you. I've just been chilling out, following.
Just very quietly walking around and following Zora. We could say you also found a room in the time for yourself, a nice single room. There's no windows, just the way you like it. Maybe there is a window, actually. I think you would like a window.
Want a window. Yes.
You
I
probably want a window.
specifically need a window.
I'm going to need to turn salad dressing off, aren't I? It's called spamming, and that is against the codes, people. Please don't spam.
Oh, come on.
It's getting turned
Let
off.
them spam.
No.
Let them
no.
spam.
Spamming is not okay.
It's interaction, Murray. Engagement.
Look, man, I even made a fake legal
You're muted,
document
Tim.
and he still got mad at me.
Food is spam. Your investigation check, Zora. The town, you get a nice book on, actually it's probably a thick tome, really, on the histories of Palius. Palius is an old town. It's been around for a very long time. Actually, way before the Gene Wars even started, Palius has been around. The recent 5 cycles, though, is what's changed things. When the eastern peak was ripped from the ground and turned into the island above the sequestered forest, there is a... Inside, you would read that the king almost had the town emptied, because there was almost no chance or no possibility of reviving it. But the mayor, as I've looked into and discovered, yes, it is mayor, what's his face, not governor, mayor. We're in Balashtar, not in Humblehand, thank you. Not in Trillic and
Because we were just being funny with the Gwen names, right? That's all that was.
Yeah. That's exactly what that was. Thanks. But he insisted that the town could be saved. Insisted on it.
Where is Palius?
Palius? It's not on this map.
Okay.
You've got the map of the big towns and the big cities. Oh,
yeah.
Well, big cities. It doesn't have towns or trading posts on it.
Okay. Does it say which region Palius is in?
Well, it's pretty safe to assume it's right next to Palius Crater.
Palius
which
Crater.
Is right here. By the Sleeping Peaks.
Yes.
Yeah. Pretty safe to assume. I say safe to assume, mainly because you maybe wouldn't really know.
And right now, which part of Ballastar are we in?
Palius.
We're in Palius?
You're in Palius, yes.
Ah. How am I so lost at inconvenient times? I am with it, and then when it's inconvenient, I just completely lose track. Okay.
It's okay though.
I know. Too.
See, what's funny is at first I was like, "We're in Palius," and then something told me we were not in Palius, and then I'm like, "No, we are. We're writing that in words. We are in Palius."
You are in Palius.
Okay. Near Palius Crater. We're gonna make that. So Palius is old, but recent changes have happened in the last 10 years.
5.
Essentially 5.
Yeah, big changes. For the time frame, I mean, it's a library for the guild, so you can by all means come back and read the book whenever you want. But for the time you maybe spend on that, that's about where you can get. It's a thick tome, so you won't be able to read it in one setting.
Does it have like indices or indices?
Yeah, it's got a few, yeah.
So I can like kind of read through what I'm trying to read through for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You can find bits and pieces easy enough. It's an easy to navigate book.
Okay. Easy research. All right. Well, I think we've learned all we've needed to learn about Palius. We need to get our grub on.
Get your grub on. Going back down and joining
Zara.
for food.
By this
kitchen we
point,
serve.
and I don't
And
know.
I
if
do keep
Big
looking
Tin-
behind and being like, "What is this guy?"
And I don't know if Big Tin has what is it? Oratory sensors as an ability to smell, but you can both
Olfactory?
Spend an olfactory. That's what I have to say. I don't know. If you guys have been around me long enough to tell that I kind of stink. Like I haven't bathed in a while, and I haven't changed my clothes in a very long time.
I just turn around. Dick, I stink. You stink real bad. Real bad.
All you hear is,
Yeah, we're saying that out loud.
Okay, hold on. Let me get my voice
Sorry,
ready.
don't give a shit. Or give a
Language.
crap. Sorry.
Give it beep.
We have this for a reason.
Oh. Does it actually stop your voice too? For
No,
a
it
second?
doesn't.
If
No,
you
it doesn't.
lower,
Oh,
if you
okay, good to
lower,
know.
if you like curse but lower than how you were talking, it does cover it enough. You know.
That's hard. That's hard. But we'll do it. We'll learn. This is a new campaign, new skills.
New skills. New campaign, who does? Bruh. We head on down to
That is the number one used soundboard for me. That's for sure.
the dining room area. After Teffy and Schnorz are given a wonderful tour of the kitchen and shown what Handel's doing to it, there's a lot of cool things he's doing. A lot of stuff that he's working up and changing inside the area. The lovely menus coming up. You get 3 square meals for free a day. It's part of the guild benefits. You two can be leaving the kitchen around the same time they're coming down. And Gwyn looks up and Zara, you've got to come and meet these people. All of you actually knowing the entire crew. These are my people. Look, they're all coming down at the same time. Isn't that wonderful? And the group that she's sitting with is a human. I think he's a gnome. Let me double check. Yeah, gnome. A gnome and the white dragonborn and minotaur. They're all sitting at a table and they all kind of raise their hands. The gnome. Oh. So these are your people. Okay. Yeah. Whoa. Oh. Whoa. Is that a steel predator?
That's Big Tin. He's a good friend.
Huh. Cool. That's real cool.
Very cool. I'm Snotsboop.
I'm Jared McVester. You can just call me Dasher though.
Hello,
What are your
Dasher.
hopes and dreams, Dasher?
My hopes and dreams. Oh. I think my hopes and dreams are like everyone else here, right? Yeah? And they all kind of nod in unison. Yeah, it's to help Palius grow back to what it used to be. We used to be a real grand city, and then that stuff happened, and now we're just a small town.
What race is Dasher?
He's a gnome.
He's a gnome.
He's a reindeer.
Just like me.
I was gonna say, where's Prancer?
And you two are?
The 3. Which one are you pointing at?
You said there was a Minotaur and a Dragonborn. I don't know where the other one is.
The other one's a female. Human female. So human. The white Dragonborn looks up, smiles, and I'm Carcass. Carcass Lightscale. Not spelled like the dead body Carcass. Spelled with K's instead. But you can call me Shiver. The Minotaur looks at him.
Sylvester Parpuzzle. But people call me Booth.
Parpuzzle, what an unfortunate name.
I heard that.
People call you Booth?
Booth, yeah, Booth.
Okay.
And the last one, Joan Farfield. They call me Eagle Sight, though.
Joan.
Wait, did you say Fartfield?
Are you saying that in character?
Yes.
Yes. I'm like, no. How very clever of you. I've never heard that before in my entire life.
I'm sure. Would you mind clarifying?
Would you mind going about 200 yards out? I need to practice.
Oh, far.
There
far
you go.
is what you're saying.
Now you got it. Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, Zara, Gwyn says, leaning over to you. She's a better shot than me, turns out. You might not want to piss this one off.
Oh, we've gotten out of worse, right?
That's actually a really fair statement. Yeah, we have.
With a name like Farfield, how could I not?
That's fair. It's fair.
One cannot anything. It's actually the easiest action to take. But that is so nice to meet all of you. It is good to be in the guild with you all.
Oh, it's good to have more people.
What is one thing, and this he will say to Sylvester, Sylvester, what is one thing in your life that you would say that you hold dear?
My pals?
Like,
but that doesn't count as
Dasher
one
here.
thing. That's 3 things. My axe.
And he pulls out this huge axe off his back and puts it on the table with the whole blades of it probably are as big as Yushnor's. You could probably lay flat on the blades of this double-sided axe.
I would like to insight or perceive its make.
Okay.
What have
yeah.
you, how it's valuable and whether it's well made, that sort of thing.
Perfect. Yeah, give me an insight check.
I've not rolled well yet.
Who knew?
That's a 9.
9. It looks well made. I mean, there's intricate designs on it, right? So it must be well made. Hey, Caleb, this is probably the most expensive double axe you've ever seen in your life. Zora as well, actually. You would have ability for that stuff. The both of you have background in valuing things like this.
In case it matters, my passive investigation is 13.
If I wasn't standing up
Not
and
a
in
background,
look,
not
I'd
so
be,
much. It's pretty fancy.
I'd be looking at the metal like this.
Well, that is very pretty. I'm glad that it's yours.
That's its name, pretty.
Ha! How delightful.
It's very pretty when it makes the crimson colors of blood spraying everywhere.
Okay, that's enough of Sylvester.
I could make so many bombs with that.
The two of you would get along perfectly fine. I could tell that already. We love you, buddy.
I know.
He gets a little murder happy in types, though. Yeah, Minotaur and all. Yeah, they've got a bit more of an anger sense to them.
That is unfortunate, but perhaps you and I can speak later, Sylvester, about peace and its benefits.
Okay.
Well, that's delightful.
People usually say that
What a
about me.
delight. That's because
You
you are a
seem it.
delight, Sylvester.
Well, I think I should go see my friend Cinder. Teffy, would you like to come? And anyone else would like to come?
Well, if you're meeting people, the blind mice are over there. There's also Doctor too. I don't know where the Willows are though. They disappeared.
It's a lot
Teffy,
of people.
to the blind mice. What do you think?
I'm in the mood to meet some blinded mice.
Oh, very good. I'll go
Blind mice it
where
is.
the blinded mice are.
Yep, we
They're
go
all-
see the blind mice.
In fact, 3 of them.
Do they have their tails?
So, you go over, and they've got
Are
a bit
they
more
running?
of a pointed noses. They do look human, or humanoid, and they have slightly pointed ears, a bit more furry and coloured, like hairy than most others. Even the female, she's a bit more hairy than as well. And you get over, the older grey one with the bushy ears, like, "Hey, who's there? Eh?" And the other two, like, "It's okay, Gray. It's okay. Just new members. It's fine. Hello, we're the blind mice. I'm Stubby. This is Ringtail, and this is Gray. And just so you're wondering, yes, we are werebeasts, and we do turn into mice."
See how they run an organization?
We certainly do. We try. But we're pretty blind in those aspects, so.
Ooh.
Well, isn't that interesting? Have you been with the Three Watchers long?
Yeah, we've been here for a bit. As in, as they've been open for a bit, as long as the guilds existed, I guess. Ringtail leans over and... Yeah, for a bit.
So when you say you're werebeasts, I assume from your little party name that you're were mice. Are you like regular-sized mice, or are you big mice?
Oh, I
Good
could just show
question.
you, actually. And very quickly, just fur spurts out of all the bald spots. His face elongates. There's a ripping and cracking sound as the bones change inside his features, and a tail pops out the back end. His
Oh,
hands get
yikes.
more mousy, and he himself gets a lot more mousy. I'm like, you see? I'm Stubby, though, because he whips his tail around. Tip of it's gone. It's been cut off. Because I got a stub.
All right. So this looks like it's an
How
old
big
wound,
is he?
and I hate to hash things out.
He's like 4'8".
But what were you called before your tail got chopped?
Stubby.
You were already called that, and then this was just a funny turn of events.
Ouchie,
Ringtail
wouchie.
gets up and walks over to you and whispers into your ear, "It was a family name."
Thank you. Well, all
You're
right
welcome.
then. Pleasure to meet you. Snoz, I assume, has questions about hopes, dreams, etc. Buddy? I am being ignored.
I think
Cute.
Schnoz is focused on something.
I apologize. Please repeat.
How dare you, Ben? I mean, wait.
I mean-
it's Peter this time. Oh no!
It's almost as if we're all getting used to it again.
Mm-hmm.
Hey.
It's only been
I
6
asked if
months.
you had any questions,
Lovely.
any like hopes and dreams questions for the three blind mice fellas.
Well, I do have one for the three of you. Together.
The three of who? What do you say? Huh?
The three of the blind mice.
There's only one of us blind.
No, not the creed. No.
That's me.
You guys just see me like get like almost like nose to nose with one of them, and just like staring, going back and forth, seeing if they're actually blind.
The
Ringtail
question is,
backs up.
if the three of you were to paint a picture of the ideal future for yourselves, what would that picture look like?
Why are we painting a lector? We're not painting. You just let us take care of this, Gray. A picture of where we want to go? Or is it a picture of
A picture is a metaphor.
Yeah, we'll say a picture of 5 years from now. And it was exactly what you would want to happen in 5 years. What would that picture look like, assuming you were in it?
Still be alive.
Great.
That's pretty much all we want. We just want to survive.
A low bar, but a good goal.
Well, when you don't set high bars, you don't disappoint yourself.
But then, you're not reaching for more hopes and dreams.
Why reach for something that we can't get when we can reach for something that we can and achieve?
Oh, but you
Have you ever heard a story? Have you ever heard a story about a fox and some grapes?
Or
me?
A human and some good berries. Would you like a nice good berry in this trying time? I feel like that would be excellent to share.
Of course, we're a bit hairy. We're werebeasts.
So
no,
I'll
he
just
said good.
drop
yes,
a good
please.
berry
I've
in
heard
everyone's
several
hand.
stories about foxes and
I have
grapes.
10 of them. Everyone gets a good berry.
As far as the fox and the grapes, no. We've, no.
You can't just work hard and expect to get what you want. You have to take it.
We do contracts and get given what we want.
But now, you have more friends.
And good berries.
Good berries are nice, thank you. Well, more friends, that's nice. More family. They do good for us. Well, especially Gray here. And they're accepting of the fact that, Ringtail doesn't like talking louder than a whisper. And the fact that we're werebeasts, too.
Uh-oh. I feel like it's about to get intense.
It's just part of the track.
Okay.
All right, so this conversation seems to have run its natural course.
Yeah, I
Can
think
I
so.
suggest that we just part ways, friendly, all friendly like, and just move along to the next set?
I'd like to eat something besides a good berry for dinner.
Well, Gray, Stubby, Ringtail, it was good to meet you, and I hope to know you better going forward.
Yeah. The last one who's inside the building that you need to meet. When you turn around, Caleb, he's right there. The doctor, this long-beaked thing, he's standing right in front of you. You seem to be one of theatrics.
I don't have my voice ready. Oh, okay. They've said that, yeah.
That is good, because I am too. Doctor is what they call me. If you need any sort of pestilence, I have it. And he's coming out at kind of the same way of what Caleb would be coming out at. There's like a reverb to his voice there. He sounds like Bane.
Hold on. You think the darkness is your ally? You merely adopted the dark. I was born in it.
That shut me to
molded by
born
it.
in it. Doctor is
I
what
didn't
they
see the light of day until I was already a man. By then it was nothing but to me, blinding.
I'm no,
Sorry.
not the doctor of the city or town these days.
Doctor Who, haha.
More like
Would
Doctor
you
What,
like to
am I
know?
right?
No, both of us turn around and look at you. You, my white eyes, they squint down in that
Just-
Batman grimace.
If someone is going by an alias and doesn't choose to give you their name, what makes you think they will?
It's a joke, mate. It's
I do not understand what you are getting at.
Don't worry, Doctor. She is young. She will learn, I am sure. I am Snazboop McSnoogan. Good to meet you in whatever name.
Pleasure, Schnoz. And the rest of you?
I am underappreciated comedic talent, also known as Teffy.
Well, underappreciated comedic talent, also known as Teffy. Pleasure to meet you.
I'm Zara. I have a giant friend, and we do things together. I feel like that's as much information as you should be privy to.
Then may it be as much information as you give me.
If you're a man who can get chemicals, then I'm sure we'll work together.
You got quiet again suddenly.
Oh, so, no,
Good
that might be
intentions.
me.
Yeah.
You mean
I
to say
think
that
might
again?
have
Did you hear me?
Barely, if you don't mind saying it again, though.
Okay, one second.
If you're a man who can get chemicals, then we'll be working together.
I am a man who mixes and makes chemicals. We can work well together. But if you're looking for sustenance, for... dynamite, you'll need to go to Cinder's Fuel for that. He has ample supplies, if he hasn't blown it up in the day, that is.
Good. I'm also working on something. Think about calling it Compound 4. I'll get you the recipe.
Compound 4.
C4.
Run away, run away.
Oh,
run.
I encourage this behavior.
I don't.
I
It's gonna be awful.
No, hold on.
So
He
excited.
literally gave me the instruction.
I did. You stole it. I didn't give it to you. You stole it.
I stole it. But you gave it to me in the long run.
Yeah, it's true. I did.
Let's be honest.
Yeah.
I extend my hand for a shake.
He does too, and when you grab, you can feel the very thick padding to his gloves. And you would notice that he doesn't have any weapons on him. It's just these vials. He also, there's no skin at all showing. He's completely covered in this leather wrappings all around his body. With your passive investigation, though, I will say there's a small portion that you see. When you look, there's a tiny little tear in his clothes. That underneath, there's bandage. Like gauze bandages.
I won't be keeping you much longer. If you've just joined, you'll be making your runs around town. Will you do...
Like errands?
No, like introducing and meeting people. It's required for new members to know the people of the city. Town.
Understandable.
And I
That's what we'll
have
do.
contracts to pick up. The Willows were here, but it seems as though we cannot find them again. When you do see them, their names are Wally and Waldo.
Where's Waldo?
Yeah, I did it.
Thank you.
Yep.
Better question is, who is Waldo?
I'll
He's
do you
one of
one
the
better.
Willows.
Why is
Better,
Waldo?
why is Waldo?
Why? How is Waldo? How is Waldo?
No one ever
Is what
asks.
people
How
never ask.
is?
I
Doctor.
assume he's good. Yes, Schnoz.
Oh, I heard... There's a group called the Palius Pals.
You were just speaking to them.
Oh, Dasher, Shiver, and Booth.
And Eagle Eye, yes.
Mmm.
Or is it Eagle Sight? I always forget.
It's Eagle Sight.
So, we've met everyone there's to meet at this point in the guild. I'm in the mood to go check out Trade Your Life, the bookshop on 5th level.
That would
Anyone
be
want to
Alan
check
with a
out some?
root.
Anyone want to check out some magical books?
I already did, right?
Well,
Just in the library.
In the
Not
library,
in the
there's no
actual
magical
bookshop.
books in the library.
No magical books?
No, they're just books.
Sure, if magic is inclined to help.
I thought we were going
So
to
is
see
inclined.
Cinder.
Well, Cinder doesn't like me.
If you're doing this in a sensible way, go up and meet Cinder first. And if you're doing it in more of a sensible way, do it as a group.
Alright then, I guess we are off to see Cinder. I'll just hang out in the back, because that chap does not like me.
Don't take any
Well,
offense
not
to
yet.
it.
Not yet, Teffy.
He's always like that.
No bookshop for Teffy today.
There's plenty of time in the day. I will see you all later. If you see Silence, do let him know I'm looking for him.
And he turns and...
I can tell him he may not respond.
Yet, when you get to know him, he says as he's walking up the stairs, he's a lot more talkative.
Oh, very good. To Cinders?
Aye,
All
to
right,
Cinders. Gwyn says.
Okay.
He's still there.
Walking over to Cinders.
Walking away to Cinders. There is the door. Oh, you mean you open the door, as per norm. It's maybe like 10-ish, 11-ish at this point. There's been a decent amount of time of gabbing away and saying hi to people, meeting individuals. And you will walk out, leave the door. Nice, fresh breath air. Gwyn breathes in. Oh, this is a nice, lovely time. See, aren't you glad that we decided to... Gwyn suddenly shifts and violently moves as part of her head shatters and escapes the other side.
Oh no!
Bullet, having come from absolutely nowhere, enters and pierces through Gwyn, her eyes immediately turning pale, looking at you, Zara. Eye contact, having just been speaking to you. The
Healing
breath
hands.
immediately ceases. That's actually where we're going to be ending for the night.
Coming.
That is where
Who
we're going to be
knew
ending
this
for the
was
night.
gonna happen?
Heads up, Gwyn is very dead. But we will see you all
You
next
son
week
of a bitch.
for how that's going to go. Language.
Hold on.
Son of
Let me
a
do it
beat.
again. Let me do it
Son
again.
of a...
You son of a...
Yes!
There we go.
That
We're
was
getting it.
perfect. That was
That was
perfect.
absolutely
I love it.
perfect.
Yes.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us on this wonderful start of a campaign and journey in Ira
I
Dei.
was wondering.
We are...
I was like, are we gonna save
That's
it for
really
episode
loud.
2?
Oh,
No.
so
Music went up
good. I'm
again.
so glad to be back.
There we go.
Hey.
Well, yeah, we're back at Nathriel and we're back into playing. Yay! We're going to leave it on that wonderful, wonderful cliffhanger and jump back into it next week round at 3 MT. This is the time where I'm going to let you all know on something. Now, this month is not one of those months. However, the first one coming up is July. Occasionally, months, there are 5 Sundays. When that happens, the 5th Sunday, we're taking off. We're taking the day off. There's only about 4 of them in a year. So whenever you find a 5th Sunday, don't expect us to be on, because we are going to be relaxing as much as we can. And before we go, though, VOD Squad, this is where you can leave. Thank you all for being here. Subscribe, follow, all that wonderfulness. Go to our link tree. You can find the links everywhere. For you people here, not on the VOD Squad, let's find someone to raid. Let's
Yes,
go say
do it.
hello.
We've got a ton of people up right
We
now.
do. Yeah.
Darling Creep Show, ADH Adventures, you know, ADHD.
ADHD but with the in front.
Nice. -2 Charisma, Easy Dispel, all kinds.
Let's do ADH Adventure. Hang on, when did they start? What time we got in here?
On.
Oh, they're 51 in. Yeah, we're good.
Let's do it.
Let's go say hello. I'm fairly sure I got... Hang on, let me double check on this. I do actually have that set up because I've been using this for other things. Where is my tab?
Before you all leave, make sure you check out that new season of Barry. It's so dope. Make sure you watch
it's so fucking good.
Language.
Make sure you watch it.
Language.
It is.
Hold on.
It is so
Hold
dope.
On. It's so good.
There we go. We will see you all next week or on Tuesday at 8 p.m. MT, but most definitely next week at 3 p.m. MT. Thank you everyone for joining us. We love you very much. Hope you had a hoot.
The Wilhelm scream.